But you
because,
don't.
because when Drew and I talk, it sounds nice through these nice microphones. And then when you talk through your dog shit microphone, it sounds horrible. But now that you have a good microphone, you sound good again.
Literally everyone on the planet would disagree, but you're entitled to your wrong opinion, bro.
You're wrong. Because I have ears and I can hear things. I'm not a deaf old man.
You don't have ears, you can't hear things, and you are a deaf old man.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No ears. You're right.
But that didn't prove to anyone that you can hear things.
Yes, it
no
did.
one knows except you, and
well,
I
the
know
fact
you're
that we're
lying.
having a conversation proves that I can hear things.
You're mouth reading.
Oh, I'm a mouth
lip
reader.
reader. Yeah.
You're a bullshit
lip
artist.
reader.
How about that?
Oh, no,
We're
no.
going to get down to name calling. All right, you're a pedophile.
I wasn't name calling. I was just saying that you're a
I heard
mouth
with
reader.
my non-existent ears that you touch kids. That's what I heard. What's your defense to that?
You hear plenty of things like these are good mics.
Yeah. Well, I hear with my ears that they sound good.
I think that's all we're going to get.
Yeah.
All right, intro.
Oh, we haven't done.
I'd suck heaps of dicks for $20 million.
No one cares about your saggy tits and your fucking.
Is your name?
I want to beat her to death with her dead fetus.
We're not saying anything wrong. We're just saying that teachers fucking boys is hot.
Come in my ass.
We're not endorsing kid porn. We're just giving you an avenue to do it.
Always down.
I hate when they call us the pommies. You guys are the fucking prisoners. You're fucking rapists with a tan.
How can you watch this through with like just laugh? Is that actually period blood?
Yes.
That's a lot. You'd have to like.
Did you have an abortion or some shit? Like, what the fuck?
No, should I
Amanda.
suck dick now? Should I take it up the ass?
Only white privilege I believe in is white woman privilege.
Yeah.
White male privilege doesn't exist. They work for their shit. They work for their shit.
I'm fucking leaving. You guys are sickos.
Don't be that misogynist.
You know who you're talking to here.
Listen here, bitch. Faggots, whores, penis. Come in your ass. Come in your mum's ass. Come in your dad's mouth.
Nothing beats a bottle of red wine and a fucking solid wank.
We're allowed to be hypocrites. That's the whole thing about
Yeah.
this. We are all hypocrites.
Hi.
All right.
Hello.
Well, that was the.
Hi. Your voice has never sounded so good.
I hope
Yeah,
you
it sounds
enjoyed.
different.
I hope you enjoyed our quality intro content.
Your voice has never sounded
arguing
so good.
about
just to
nothing.
us.
Thank you.
Hey, it's not nothing, all right? It is not nothing.
The funniest part is, like I've said it before, is that we argue about the dumbest shit. But if there's anything like hell serious, we don't argue about it.
Yeah, because we're boys. We're men. This is what boys and men
You're meant
do.
to argue about dumb shit.
Yeah. The biggest thing I argue about on my day to day is like when you're at work and people are bored and you do the like would you rather thing, you'd be like Macca's or HJ's. You know? Like you got to pick.
I'm going to say Macca's.
Yeah, see, that's where you're wrong. HJ's is better. Their menu's way fucking better.
Oh, I don't really know about
But
the menu.
the difference is that Hungry Jack's, you can get a really good Hungry Jack's place or a dog shit one where Macca's is more consistent. Like
yes.
you go to a Macca's and it's usually like, it's good.
The same, yeah.
It's usually good. Where like you'll go to some Hungry Jack's and you're like, avoid Spearwood Hungry Jack. It is dog shit.
It's because of the oil, man. Like Hungry Jacks have way more oil. Like in their burgers. Like if you get a fucking, well, I've just noticed from the burgers.
I would say it's the other way around.
Well, just Macca's is very plasticky and feels fake.
Yeah, maybe that's why I think it's more
HJ's
oily because it's got that shine to it.
Well, I actually kind of like HJ's more. It's kind of, but like
Ultimate
what you
Double
said
Whopper
makes
is so
perfect
good.
sense.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I've had burgers there and just felt like I was gonna fucking shit myself. But,
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they do some fucking dog, but like that sort of stuff. Like you go to a lunch bar, you get a pie. Are you getting tomato sauce or barbecue sauce?
Oh, probably tomato.
See, I'm a barbecue man.
You like barbecue?
Yeah. And like we had this argument the other day with just random other people at work, like other trades, different companies and whatnot.
Yeah.
And this dude was like swearing black and blue that if he gets a egg and bacon toasty, no sauce. And I was like, you're
Nah,
fucking
you got
insane.
toasty.
He should kill himself.
That's what I said. I was literally just like, I was like,
Do you eat
dude,
sand?
The thing is, he's like twice my size. And I was like, fuck off, you don't get sauce. And it's not barbecue, firstly. The sugariest sauce of all the sauces.
Yeah, barbecue is best on a
like-
toasted.
Yeah,
Do you
100%
like-
bacon and egg. Like, it's already got a barbecue-y sort of
But
scent to
does
it.
he like fucking a chick without like when she's just dry as well?
Yeah,
like,
with a condom on.
Barbecue sauce.
and she's not even wet. And he's like, and his cock's is red raw.
Just pour some barbecue
And
sauce
he's
on
eating
there.
it dry, right? Yeah.
Hey, it's better.
Well, I'd
It's better
respect
than
that.
nothing. It's better than nothing.
Would be all right if you're munching her out, I guess.
He just got 2 bits
Fish
of
sauce.
toast either side of his cock trying to jam it in. And he's like, why does this feel bad?
Yeah, barbecue sauce works good on the toasted bacon and egg sandwiches
Yeah,
for
fucking
sure.
oath it does, man.
Better than you wouldn't put tomato sauce.
I'm
It has to be barbecue.
not a big tomato sauce guy. Like if you get a bowl of chips at the pub,
Then you get tomato sauce.
nah, aioli.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
hard.
if you're
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're like tomatoes, fine. Get the fuck
Tomato
out of
sauce,
here.
getting that's very it's a
so
'90s
British.
thing to
It's
do.
a British thing, man.
British?
and they don't even call it tomato; they call it red. Like you want red or brown?
Is that what they say?
Yeah, bro.
Really?
Some of
Yeah,
them.
right.
Red
Yeah.
or brown, there's shit on the plate.
I love how red is just a flavor now. Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like ketchup or tomato sauce. It's the same shit, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's just American's ketchup.
I think it's just a word for it, right? It's just the noun.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's different.
Ketchup is American, yeah.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Catsup.
We're having a very interesting conversation off the pod, and we're like, we should totally
Yeah.
put the pod on. And
The
then-
world's ending.
and the world's
we're talking about
the
now
world is ending.
Yeah.
Strap your fucking
And now
selves
we're
in.
talking
We're
about
all about to
condiments
die.
instead.
yeah,
It's a good distraction from the reality that we're living in.
just tomato sauce. You're like, the world's
We're
fucked.
the
Get
only-
me a bottle of red.
We're the
If
only
you're- if
podcast
you're
that can
full-
talk about
actually,
tomato sauce for 20
a bottle
minutes.
of red would go down nicely, but red wine.
Yes, it would. It fucking would.
The thing, we're at the point now. It's like, all right, so the world's falling apart. Barbecue sauce or tomato sauce to take the edge off the
Yeah.
fact that you're about to
It's
die.
because
Probably
everyone's
tomato
that,
in that case.
and everyone's that poor.
Okay, the world's about to end. You're going tomato sauce.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Everything's
Nah.
so expensive that all you can afford to drink is a bottle of Coles tomato sauce or barbecue. You can't even
it's
afford
not even.
booze.
It's not even solid sauce. It's like
Yeah.
the leftovers. Your dad's put a bit of water in there, shook it up, and it's like a liquidy
fuck.
sauce.
That's
There's
how-
always more sauce, mate. There's always more.
That's 90s. That was something that our family did because they were poor.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
get that last bit of sauce out
Yeah.
of the fucking bottle.
I still do it with like if you're being lazy, like if you can't be asked doing a proper curry and you just get curry sauce, you pour the curry sauce in, then you put a fucking dash of water in there. You fucking shake that cunt up, you get the rest of the
I
sauce.
do it
out.
when I'm making
Yeah.
pasta, and I do it with the
pasta
tomato
sauce.
paste or you want to get the rest out of
Oh
the jar.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you just cook the water out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
whatever.
so. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
The only thing,
But
that's-
yeah, so the world's ending.
yeah, it's complete. So yeah, we were talking about how fucked it is that like there's people living in their cars at the moment. The country's fucked. We've got the deep state lighting Maui up with direct energy weapons. It's pretty fucking obvious now. And everyone's just acting like it's normal. Fuel's about $1 billion. Your shopping's gone up $1 million.
Fuel's fucked at the moment, man. It's actually retarded. Like it was retarded before.
Yeah.
But it's out of nowhere
Well,
for
how
no
much is-
fucking reason. It's like 220, 230 for
just
diesel.
For diesel. What's regular,
Oh.
like 98?
Don't know.
What they did
98
was
wouldn't be far off, maybe 210.
this is what like
210.
what they did was they obviously most
guess.
of the fuel is tax, right? So they lower the fucking tax at the exact same time that they stop the all the mandates and all the tyranny
Yeah.
to make everyone think that it's back to normal, lure you all into a false sense of security, and now it's like bang, rental crisis, interest rates are going
Housing
up,
crisis.
inflation, fuel, and then they just jack the fuel up. There's no reason.
Unleaded
Oil
is-
doesn't fluctuate that much.
229. 95 is
Jesus
244.
fuck.
98 is 252. That's fucking expensive.
Jesus Christ, the diesel's actually cheap comparatively.
$2.52 is expensive for fuel for sure. That's an extra 50 cents on what it normally is, right? It's around $2 usually.
Well, it's normally $1.80.
Okay.
That's what I'm used to.
Well-
Fuel should be about $1.80 and diesel should be $1.50.
Dude, do you remember in the middle of the tyranny, it went down to like 90 cents? Got to 70, 75 or something. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, don't you remember? For
No.
like probably 6 months. Yeah, it did.
90 cents.
Yeah, before it went up crazy. It went right down.
Is it because it's taxed, or is it because the US dollar is based around petro?
It's a
Or is
lot
it a
of
bit of both?
factors, but
Yeah.
what's happening now is definitely them manipulating it.
Yeah,
'Cause all they
it
gotta
feels
do
like
is-
that because
is
it
take-
fluctuates a crazy amount.
Yeah.
and it's like nothing's happening that I've seen that
Yeah.
would change. Like no pipeline's been blown up, no oil reserves are gone, mining isn't struggling.
tell you what-
Mining's like going fine.
Well, the
I'll
other
tell you
thing
what
is
did
today they
happen
got
this week.
you might be about to say the same thing. The Australian politicians all got a 5% pay rise. I think it is 5%, something like that.
oh, because
I
they've
didn't
been
hear about
fucking us
that.
so well. They're
Yeah.
like, good job.
Even backbenchers got like an extra 10 or 20 grand of fucking
So hang
year.
on, we got taxed the most we've ever been taxed ever this last financial year.
Yeah.
And they're like, good job, politicians.
Yeah.
All that extra money
Is
to
it-
them.
Well, ironically, they
sick.
hadn't had a pay rise for like 5 years or something.
They don't
just
deserve one. They don't. They should get a pay cut.
They should be executed at best. Is it like,
Execute their pay.
Yeah.
Then execute them.
dude? It's fucking unreal, man. I don't get why people just accept this bullshit. You know.
Yeah, this
is.
is true. This is what
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
so
going to
what
bring
I
up.
was gonna say.
I was going to bring up what he said. Same thing. Big D said most people whinging online about grocery prices voted for them, voted for these people. And well, I can't really read the rest of that on there. And it says, voted for these tranny-loving pedos into power and have Woolies and Wesfarmers shares in their super share portfolios directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you're right. That's what I think about, like, you know, like everyone complaining about the prices of everything that followed along with all the bullshit on the past 3 years. If you didn't, like us, and you didn't get vaccinated or you didn't wear the mask and all that shit, and you were against it from the start and protesting, then you did the right thing.
Yeah.
But all those people that complied are now whinging. It's like, well, why did you comply? This is what was obviously going to happen when you shut the fucking world down for 3 years.
What I was going to say is one thing that happened this week that is fucking huge. That funny you don't hear about it in any media. BRICS had their meeting on Tuesday, was it? And they
How many countries is that now?
17.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Argentina actually got invited in. So apparently a massive amount of cash, and this is what could happen because they're obviously trying to shut the petrodollar out. So this is probably what's affecting it, is that I don't know if it was India or one of the BRICS countries just send a fuckload of cash back to the US. What they're worried about happening, the central banks, which this, I don't know if it's good or not, but it's going to fuck the central bank, so that's good. But they're going to send mass amounts of cash back and going, we don't want this, which is going to cause crazy inflation in the US because they're just going to have cash just rolling up, like shipments of cash.
That's pretty funny.
So and I'm not sure. People like some economists are saying that they can't really do it as well because all their debts in the petrodollar. So they also can't just be like, no, we're done with the petrodollar because they owe all this money in it. So
Yeah, okay.
their
But I
hands
mean,
are-
what are you going to do at the end of the day? Like, you
Rick,
don't
it's-
pay. What are they going to do? Invade the fucking country?
How
or something?
powerful is it getting? It's like
Yeah.
how many countries are involved now, and you know if they're all like, yeah, we're trading in this, and your money's monopoly money now.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
Yeah.
And I
Well,
think
that's like
what-
Venezuela, right? Where it just went, the dollar just was worthless. Like one day it was worth something, and then the next day it's worth nothing.
Yeah.
Like it
That's
wasn't
a-
even worth the fucking paper it was printed on.
That's happening in Argentina. It's so bad that you can't go and exchange your cash. It's like we only exchanged what we needed while we're there because it's like you don't want to go and do it all. You can't exchange
might
it
be
back
worth
to
nothing.
any. Well, yeah, nowhere will exchange it back to any other
Yeah.
currency. It's monopoly money outside of Argentina.
Is Argentina like Bali, where there's exchange places just fucking everywhere
Yeah,
as well?
yeah.
So mix.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's no need to anyway.
Yeah.
Because you'll bump into 48 during
Yeah,
the day.
they're just yelling "Cameo" like
Yeah.
at everywhere, and you just
There's
go,
just donkeys everywhere. It's like, hola.
"Oh, getting fucked."
Let's not start on the donkeys.
Why not? I've been thinking about that all week, cunt. All fucking week. like whenever any of the boys at work come in, I'm just like, hola, and they're like, what's up with you? Why are you speaking Spanish? And I'm just like, you wouldn't get it. No, I don't have time to explain it.
That hot fucking donkey, that picture I sent, that was definitely the slut donkey.
Wasn't that just a fucking
Hot donkey.
My Little Pony or some shit? that you
It's all
sent there?
some kids, I can't. But I saw it and I'm like, that's the slut donkey.
Yeah, 100%.
Slut donkey.
Yeah, fucking. There's like people. There's like furries and shit.
Yeah.
The My Little Pony. There's like people who are like turned on by that shit, and they like
Yeah.
dress up like ponies and want to fuck
Fucking
ponies and
weirdo.
stuff. And it's just like, just go to Argentina. There's heaps.
It's no, it's Colombia.
Same.
Yeah, Colombia.
Yeah,
Same
well, they're
country.
separated by a few countries, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. Everything happening at the moment, it's funny because no one's paying attention. Everyone's just going about their day. Like, pull that video up. They have definitely been using direct energy weapons. And if you don't believe they're real, go onto Lockheed Martin's website. They literally are bragging about it and advertising. And if they're telling you that they have it, that's something they've had for 50 years minimum, because they don't tell you the technology until it's fucking old. And it's on their website main page, like, this is the
Armadale?
future. So the weird thing about this, right, there's two cars and the aluminium has melted. That's aluminium stream,
Yeah.
aluminum, and nothing around it has been touched. There's no there was never vegetation on this block. It's a spare block. No houses have been burned. How does a fire get that hot, not touch anything else around it?
I mean, that it can get like that.
There's
I've seen cars like
a
that.
tree in the background.
Yeah, nothing got burned.
Yeah.
There was the
if there's nothing-
fire.
If it's a proper wildfire, the
fire is like 100 meters away. That's where it was. It was like down on the under the overpass.
That to me looks more like they've torched the cars. Like if you talk about if you see that in
the point is that when you play the video,
Yeah.
the melting point of aluminium is pretty fucking
300 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that in the hills before. Like when they people steal cars,
The engine block's
and
gone.
they take it up into the hills, drive it around, have fun, and then they just leave it there and torch it.
But they don't melt like that. And the engine block's
Oh,
complete.
that definitely does. I've seen that before.
The engine block's
This
gone.
looks very
But
familiar
this
to me.
isn't just here, bro. This is all over.
No, but I mean the difference is this was supposed to be in the middle of a fucking a fire that's wiped out the whole neighborhood, right?
Well,
But it's just-
the weird thing is, it's like there's always these anomalies in any of this thing. Like if you got to watch the videos of the people that are flying drones.
The
and
real
that
question
over.
to ask here is, why is there a clapped out falcon in the middle of Maui?
Yeah.
Like Maui's like all these like billionaires, like fucking waterfront properties, and then there's just a clapped out falcon that's
Yeah.
just burnt to shit. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize there were bungs in Maui. That's new. News to me.
All right.
Hey, aloha guys, Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org, coming to you live from Lahaina Luna neighborhood, Maui, Hawaii. Citizens impromptu reporter, wasn't planning on doing this, but this is what we're doing, and I'm thankful to have a Starlink from David Crawford, and we're here reporting on what I believe is potentially a smoking gun of sorts. We just don't know what it
Convenient
is.
that you
but
can
I'm gonna
only
show you
use
the scenario
Starlink
of this
there
car and
right
what's
now.
surrounding it.
Starlink.
Elon
how
Musk, little
temperatures
tyranny,
could reach
fucking
this level.
satellite.
Oh.
Creating this amount of melting of aluminum. I'm here with Donovan.
Aluminum.
He is, I
Aluminum.
believe, a hero of sorts. Aloha, Donovan. Because he was the one that brought it to my attention that we have these very strange occurrences. We just shot down on the highway. I don't know if it was actually live, but we have it all recorded, so we're going to post it. We're at another one of these locations. So this is well above the burn zone, essentially, in a neighborhood known as Lahaina Luna. I'm going to show you around real quick so you can see the scenario and then judge for yourself. And again, if you enjoy content like this, I encourage you to please like the channel, subscribe, and share
Well, it's a
the
nice
video
neighborhood,
so you get
right?
the truth of what's going on here in Maui.
And everything's
So where I'm at
fine,
right now,
bro.
Yeah.
The
Just
grass
orientate
isn't
you.
even burnt.
You can
Yeah.
see
It's
That's
dead
the
grass
lights
that
for the
didn't
football
burn.
stadium right
And
there
what-
behind Luna.
Okay.
How could a
Right
fire
below
get that
Lahaina
hot
Luna
and
High
burn
School,
nothing
in the
around
neighborhood
it,
that
sweeping
did
through a neighborhood?
Everything
What else
did
did it
not
burn?
burn.
Yeah,
It
that's
didn't
it.
We
burn
know how
anything.
wildfires work. We
Yeah.
live
Around
in
here.
wildfire
Yeah.
country.
We see it.
We know
No burn
how it
here,
works.
okay?
Yeah.
So to me, this is like something out of a space movie, because you have this small field with some grass that
is that
burned,
nuts or
right?
what?
You can see where the grass burned. But then you have these two vehicles sitting in here that have melted
Oh, yeah, it's
aluminum. So Donovan, if you want to just take us through this car real quick and show us, I know you know a few things about cars, you can point out some things that that require a very high temperature. By the way, we just talked to the neighbor who was talking to an investigator in Lahaina Town yesterday, and he said the investigator told him the temperatures reached in excess of 3,000 degrees. So tell us what you got, Donovan.
Well, we have about 300 degrees for aluminum, and this
300?
1,300.
1,300, okay, thank you.
1,300, well, 1,220, but if you round it up, because it was not only melted, it was liquefied to the point where it became a river of aluminum going down the dirt hill.
So this is the aluminum rim, obviously. There's the tire, what's left of it, the steel threads or steel belts.
And maybe combination gas tank if the gas tank's aluminum.
Okay, okay. So you have liquefied aluminum running down the side of a grass fire.
The caliper melted, unless they stole it, but it looks like the bolts are still there. So that, and then you get the steel belt of the tire, which is just a bunch of a wire mesh laying there, and you have the windows that were melted, the back window. If you look at the big old, like almost like
the glass is just
fucking
melted.
crazy. Yeah.
Is there
it was
video
ripping.
of this?
This is almost what you would see if you put a car in an incinerator.
Getting used?
Not this one.
There is other ones.
There's footage. I sent
the only thing is
sent it last week. There's clear footage of that energy weapon, and you can hear it.
I didn't see this video exactly, but I have seen videos similar to this. But I also saw the video you sent through of it's just like beams in the sky.
You can hear the energy.
Right. I didn't hear anything. Like I must have seen a different video, or I didn't have my sound on. But like, I saw the fucking beams, like clear as fucking day.
Yeah.
Like it's like you just see them. Like they come. Like there's like a fucking massive fire, but it's like a spot fire. It's like for whatever. Like you see like some burning in the background of like natural
and it's
burning
just coming from
and
the
it's
sky.
obviously wherever they hit, the fire spread. So there's like a natural burn going on. And then in front of it, like randomly in front of it, where like it's too far for it to have jumped, and then burnt at that intensity. Like unless it hit a fucking fuel container, but it's like literally the flames are like twice as high.
Burnt
as a
around
natural fire behind it, and then it's just like a crazy fire just right there. And there's a beam right above it, and the beam stops. The fire's still like going crazy, and the beam just moves to the right, and there's like, and then that one goes fucking wild.
Where was that?
That one? Lahaina.
Where's that?
In Maui.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen the blue? There's this blue shit unburnt in amongst all the rubble.
No,
which is very strange because they do these color revolutions. I don't know if you've like looked into that.
No.
It's like a signal that they do. They do it in all these, every like tyranny that they do, every attack. There's always one color things, and it'll be color coded to what at that period of time, like magenta or whatever. And there'll be like people wearing them everywhere. Like they plant stuff in there. It's weird, but there's blue stuff. But they're also saying that blue
my name is
lasers can be calibrated to not actually light blue up.
Right,
which is weird, but I don't know if
is
there's
that
any.
why they're colouring their houses blue or the?
Well,
American...
I don't know if there's. Yeah, that's what people are saying, but that's weird. That is
weird.
a fact.
There's like fucking all these millionaires in where is it, Florida or somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where it is.
Like someone was,
and like Oprah Winfrey's like painted her house blue, and all these other famous people, well, they're painting their house like full blue. Remember that blue house in Scarborough? Looks like that. Looks like
and
that.
so you can't like if there was a guy showing it, you can calibrate lasers, so it's burning and then it hits the blue and just doesn't do anything and then goes and keeps burning.
Anything Oprah Winfrey does is you're like, oh fuck, we better.
We better
look at that
look
shit because she's a fucking evil bitch, eh?
Get Google and search Lockheed Martin direct energy weapon. Or just,
how do you spell it?
Just Lockheed Martin.
EAD, isn't it?
It'll correct it.
Oh, no, my bad.
And you'll just go to their website.
Direct Energy, Lockheed.
Yeah,
same.
Look, this is
cool.
the biggest weapons contractor for the US military, weapons developer. People think it's not real. They brag about it.
They could have done a bit better on the graphics there. What the fuck is that thing?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Who made that shit?
But, you know.
First for laser defense. I better chuck the sound off.
Well, today I'm standing out here with the layered laser defense system behind me at White Sands Missile Range, and we are demonstrating a significant advancement in the capabilities of laser weapon systems against threats that are of interest to all of our war fighters. So in partnership with the Office of Naval Research, ONR, we have demonstrated the capability of negating a
They're literally about to
cruise
blow up a missile.
in flight.
Like, what if the technology doesn't work? What if the missile is just like boop, shuts down and there's a missile coming for you and they're like, mask up, Ron, mask
a
up.
mask will save us. So.
Diller on. Back looks good. All right, here we go.
Wasn't it red? Why is it blue in that? Oh. So you can't even see the laser. It's like... What? Test target drone negated.
Oh, yeah, so they disabled
In today's
it.
event, it's the
Oh, they
first time
disabled-
that a modern fiber laser weapon system with adaptive optics was able to negate a cruise missile.
That's a missile?
I'm really proud of the team, and we had a multi-VA
guess.
team that had to work long hours over significant
Yeah,
periods.
if you go
Okay, so-
down, it tells you all the kind of weapons they have. If you
You
keep
don't have to go back. You just have to exit the video now. Just go out of full screen. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, keep going, and it tells you like airborne laser weapon. You know that they have, and you think they don't tell you this shit. They keep all this shit secret for minimum 50 years. This is old tech. So this is crazy. When when Tesla died or was killed for sure, he had a
just dropping conspiracy theories in there. Just bloop.
I think it was 1943. He developed the Tesla death ray. Everyone knows about it, and supposedly had developed a direct energy weapon in the 40s. When he died, the CIA confiscated or whatever they were then, confiscated everything off him. And then in 1947, there was all these forest fires up in Maine, and people were saying they were using a direct energy weapon. And Lockheed Martin started coming out with this stuff. So, like, they've had this shit for fucking ages. And now they're using it on people. They don't give a fuck. And you know where it is?
You got to test your products, right?
And now you know what they want to do. They want that fucking land. They conveniently didn't burn any of the rich houses on the. They conveniently got rid of everyone's houses.
It's the ultimate form of gentrification.
Yeah.
You're like, Balga's gone to shit, direct energy it, and then let's build new houses. There's a housing crisis. I know. Well, as opposed to expanding out, we'll just burn suburbs and then new people can buy up the land.
And then these cocksuckers go and give, hundreds of billions to Ukraine, and then they're giving every family $700. And here's another thing. They've killed heaps of people, and they're covering that up. No media's allowed in. They've disabled the communications, and conveniently only Starlink, Elon Musk Starlink, is operating there.
In Maui?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's
fucking
the only
crazy.
way people can...
Going back to Ukraine, though, man. So this is what we're talking about off air. So I was listening to the Mike Baker, Joe Rogan episode, and fucking... He's obviously either ex-CIA or still very much heavily involved in the CIA.
Yeah, definitely,
Which seems to be more the case. But he's talking about the amount of money spent in different wars. And so with the Afghan war, with the actual fight itself, then the 20 years of occupancy, $80 billion total spent. And in 1 year in the Ukraine war, they've spent more than that.
Yeah.
How fucking crazy is that? You've been talking about money laundering this whole time, and that pretty much just confirms it for me.
It's disgusting.
It's just that's okay. Why? What's so expensive? No one, they're not even there. There might be a presence there, but they're not occupying shit.
And guess what? It's as simple as this. They go, here, Ukraine, have all our old shit and fight our war. Lockheed Martin, we need all this new shit. Then they go and pay government contractors.
Yeah.
Guess who owns Lockheed Martin? Fucking BlackRock.
Yeah.
It's simple. They just cycle money around, and then they send fucking they're literally sending Ukrainians to die for their
Yeah.
fucking cause because they want a war with Russia. They want to take Russia out, and they know they can't have one. They got to have a proxy war.
Yep.
So they're just like, die for us.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and give everyone pittance.
Yeah.
In America. Like, this
Well,
is-
the thing that bothers me the most, as a Ukrainian, wouldn't you be like really pissed off at NATO for starting it? Because they started it.
Yeah.
They literally started the war.
And for fueling
and,
it.
And like your neighbor Russia, you'd be pretty familiar with Putin and he's like what he does. Like the Ukrainians, they gave up all their nuclear warheads and all nuclear like capabilities to become an independent nation just to get fucked in the ass, essentially.
Yeah.
That's essentially what's happening because it's like you gave it up, and so they were just like, okay, now we can just fuck with you, and we can use you as a pawn to fucking as a gateway into Russia, and this is exactly what's fucking going on.
Yeah,
Moral of the
it's
story is
disgusting.
Don't give
And
up your guns.
What people don't realize,
if you got guns that can flatten cities, keep them.
Yeah.
and what people don't realize is everything. Ukraine is one of the most corrupt countries on earth. There's
Yes.
a reason why.
Top like 10 or something.
Yeah, because everything's for sale. That's why all of their human trafficking operations are operating out of Ukraine.
Yeah.
They've got bioweapons labs everywhere there. This is all the deep state. NATO's their little hub, and guess what? It's right next to fucking Russia.
Yep.
Everyone's trying to blame Russia. What would happen if Mexico, if Russia started doing this in Mexico?
Cuban missile.
Cuban missile.
Yeah,
missile
perfect
crisis.
example.
But like, they didn't fucking stand for it. Why would Russia? Why would Putin be like, this is fine?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying what he's done is good. But I can totally understand his motives.
But what's he meant to do? Like the day
bend over.
he went in, NATO, they signed Ukraine into NATO and were going to arm Ukraine with nukes.
Yeah.
They're putting nukes on the border of your country
Yeah.
when they've expanded 5 times, and you said don't do it again, and they've done it 5 times.
Yeah.
And they're getting close, and now they're on your border.
Yeah.
And he knows they've got bioweapons labs there, over 35 of them.
There's been heaps of videos, I've seen them all over TikTok, of like NATO and American planes flying over like the Black Sea, which is close to.
That's Russia's on the Black Sea.
Yeah. And so then like the Russian planes or something will sort of flag them, or you know when it's like on a boat with a wake. If you're flying and you fly in front of another plane, when the plane hits the
Sonic.
the air that from the
Disturbance.
plane, it just it fucks it up and it starts shaking and like going all
turbulence.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do that just to say like, get the fuck away, fuck off, you know.
Yeah.
So all the reports on the news are like trying to start an international incident by doing this. And I'm like, hold on a sec.
After NATO, after
They're
America,
in the Black Sea, like they're like on their doorstep, intimidating them.
Yeah.
They do something to say fuck off, and then it's their fault.
What about America? That like, it came out that they had over 200 special forces soldiers on the ground in Ukraine.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Like they don't have right to go into. They've invaded
Well, they
another
still haven't
country.
even
You know how they're
admitted
like,
that.
we're not invading. We're not sending our troops to Ukraine. And then, we actually do have troops fighting the Russians
and
on
they're
the ground.
best of
They
the
still
best.
haven't. They still haven't.
That's
They're
gonna
the best
solve-
cunts we've got.
Yeah.
They
And
still
what's
haven't
gonna start
directly
World War-
admitted that they bombed the pipeline either.
That was,
Even though that's obvious that they did.
and that was not.
Yeah, why would you blow up your own pipeline? That is like that was the simplest thing to me. I remember talking to my mum. She's like,
Yeah, it's the most obvious.
Putin's blown up his pipeline. I was like, why? I was like, you have a car. She's like, yeah. I'm like, blow it up. No, why not? Because it's yours. Is it? Does it have some sort of value to you? Well, yeah, obviously. Well, that's probably why you wouldn't blow it up. Yeah, same thing. Oh, no. Well, yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
like,
The weirdest thing is that Germany just went along with it.
It's like going and blowing up your business.
it's literally
Like, I'm going to blow my business up.
literally shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
It is. It's like getting a gun and be like,
Here's a
That's the
good.
weird
You know,
thing
you should have
because-
said to your mum, this is what the equivalent of. It's the equivalent of your dad going in when he still owned Oslo and just blowing it up.
Yeah.
The money pipeline.
yeah.
Gone.
Or not even
The-
that. Just you don't have to do the whole business because it wasn't. They have other pipelines, but you know they just built a new boat. It's ready to go out for sea trials, and he's like, nuke it, blow it
Yeah.
up. Let's sink it in the harbour.
And what I just want to know, to be like, he did it. No.
Well, the other the
That'd
weird
be
part
like
about it
sinking
all,
your
right?
own boat in your own harbour and then blaming the neighbours and being like, short fin Manco,
You owe-
sank our boat. And
you
they're
owe-
like,
you owe me
they're
money.
Like, we don't have access to your site. We possibly couldn't have done this. And they're like, but you did.
The
it.
people that
Now
it doesn't
build us
make sense
another
the
one.
most is the Germans, because the Germans benefited from the pipeline, right?
It was Norway.
And the Germans
Yeah.
knew that America was going to fucking blow it, and they're like, yeah, go on.
It was
And so now it's
Norway
just-
and America.
Now
that-
it's just fucked them, right? And so they must have gotten some kind of kickback. Someone's got a kickback.
No,
somewhere.
Norway and America, they said that it came out that they conspired together and did it. Guess what Norway did? Opened a pipeline 5 days later that serviced Europe.
Do you know what really bothers me as well? We're talking about that plane incident over the Black Sea. Try and get into Chinese waters or airspace.
Yeah.
Try it. Fucking try. No one says shit. No one ever. This is what I was talking about. No one gives China a hard time for the bullshit they do every fucking day. Like
in the South China Sea, they're
Yeah.
always fucking doing.
Oh
fucked up
yeah,
shit.
bro. They're fucking with trade routes and everything in there. Like they don't.
They're
give a
literally
fuck.
building
and
islands.
No one has the balls to step in and do something because they've got great production.
They're building islands
Fair enough.
in like outside of their territory
Yeah.
and claiming territory.
If Putin
Outside-
if Putin could get the mass population off of heroin and into fucking production jobs, and they could like bust out some solid like production, that'd be sweet. They could get away with bloody fucking murder.
But it's because China has
They need
been
to-
set up to be that country by the deep state. And they're the ones that it's getting tested on. They're getting all the facial all the
Oh,
tyranny.
yeah, bro.
Because that's what they want
Yeah.
for the world.
They
are the
want
model.
communism, yeah.
And
They
that's
need to
why
get
they
more
leave
of,
them alone. There's some reason they want it. I think because Russia must not play their game. They've always wanted to take them down for the
They're
last
too
100.
strong, man. Just Russian people as a whole are too strong.
Yeah.
I think
They are.
They just don't take. They don't fucking put up with shit.
Russia also still has very strong family values in their country.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing.
Speaking of awesome Russians, fucking old mate Alex Terrible.
Yeah,
being
and
a
he's-
legend.
He's going on the
Good
legends
segue.
list.
Yeah.
So that was him the other week, last week when we brought him up about not apologising for talking about real men and giving trans people shit.
And he knows what a real
Um,
man is. That man has killed a bear with his bare hands.
Well, I mean, real men wrestle bears.
I
right?
love to see
So
someone
then-
promoting.
This is the best.
So this is the opposite. This is sad.
Before we get into this,
Did we give the backstory?
What did he say?
Oh, okay.
What did
so
CJ say?
So CJ, and I fucking loved him for this. So he put up a photo of or a video of a tranny indoctrinating a child, right? Pedo shit, and he was like, "This pedo should be burned alive."
Yeah.
Yes, he should be. And then everyone jumped down his throat and he doubled down.
Yeah.
He was like, fuck yeah, went off social media. Obviously, his bandmates had told him that he has
And
to
the label.
And he's done it. And it's like, dude, you've just done so much fucking damage to everything. And now, in all the comments, bro, I've been reading them this week. All these lefties are literally for pedophilia. They're actually they're actually saying that, oh, well,
You know why?
I remember them all saying it's
soy
better.
makes you like children. That's
Dude,
what
they
it is.
literally said it's better than a Christian indoctrinating a kid into the religion. So they're saying
It's the same.
what?
It's the same.
but they're literally saying that teaching a kid a religion is better than an actual pedophile indoctrinating them into sexuality. It's like, huh? Like,
It's the
why
same.
I don't
It's the
agree
same.
with religion.
No, it's the same. So you indoctrinate a kid into Christianity, a priest fucks him. You indoctrinate a kid into transitioning and all that sort of stuff, and then an adult fucks him.
Yeah, but the
Same.
difference is you're indoctrinating the kid into actual pedophilia directly.
Yes.
Whereas you're indoctrinating them into a crazy belief system.
With indirect pedophilia.
Yeah, but I mean, still only at least maybe
I would
20%
class
don't get
them-
raped.
I would class those both as direct pedophilia. But
Yeah, but at least they're not making them trans. They're just young boys. That's what they want, right? That's
to
fine.
Put it this way, right? If your goal is to keep your cock
They're
on
not-
your body,
Yeah, exactly.
be a Christian.
Yeah, that's
because
it.
your cock will stay firmly on your body. It will get the shit sucked out of it by people you don't want to suck. They have
That's
to suck
pretty
your
epic.
dick.
Well, yeah, fuck, I mean, who's complaining here?
Hey,
What?
if the options are pre-sucking your cock or having it cut off, I'm letting the priest suck my cock.
Yeah.
Fucking forget about it.
This is one thing,
Forget
though.
And they're
about
probably pretty good at it. They've done a lot of practice, right?
you think so? You fucking hope so.
You know, I got more respect for fucking religious people now than for any lefty because, you know, they were ones that actually fucking stood up. They're the ones that still have morals now. Like, they're the ones that actually stand for something.
So
yeah,
Alex
not all of them, but just in general, man. Like, look at the left, bro. They're literally promoting pedophilia. They're cutting their dicks off.
At least the Christians tried to hide it. They had the moral decency to be like, we know this is bad. We need to move this cunt from this house, from this town to the next town.
So Alex the Terrible says what he thinks. He doesn't give a fuck because he's Russian and he wrestles bears. And then we have CJ, and this is what he said.
CJ here. Just wanted to make this video to apologise to everybody
Don't
that's
apologise.
been upset and offended by the video that I shared and commented horribly on Instagram a few days ago. My intentions weren't to be transphobic in any way, shape or form, and now it's gotten to the point that it really doesn't matter what my intentions were. I apologise to the LGBTQ plus community and their allies and the people that support them.
Their allies?
And
buzzwords everywhere, bro.
My video that I shared and commented horribly on has
How is that a horrible
otherwise.
comment?
And to my friends that I have that are trans, please don't take this as me being transphobic. My intentions were very different to be anything other than that.
I can't listen to any more of this. So this cunt is from a fucking deathcore band called Thy Art Is Murder. That's the name of the band, and all their lyrics are about killing cunts and
Change
fucking...
your name to Thy Art Is Pedophilia now, because that seems to be what you support.
That's what it should be. What, when did this fucking happen to metal people? I don't understand.
And
they turn into the biggest fucking softcocks. Eh?
And he's not. He's one of those OG like.
Yeah,
one. He's
exactly.
not like a hell
No.
pussy.
But he hangs around. That's the problem, right? So, like, all these guys that seem like decent dudes, they are, but then they get into the scene that's full of these fucking wankers, and it rubs off on them, man.
Yeah.
And they turn into the wankers that they didn't want to be.
Because they're in an echo chamber.
None of that was sincere.
No,
Let's
he
be
got
honest.
forced to do that.
He got forced to do that. And, like, it's a shame that he did it because, like, have some balls. Have some fucking balls.
And there's
But he
some
does,
things.
though. Well, he did.
But there's some things that are fucking more important than your fucking career, man.
Yeah.
Like literally, this is the whole reason why the world is so fucked, and we're here because no one stands up for
But the
anything.
career
man.
is fine. Like, that Alex the Terrible just said, fuck you.
Yeah,
And his career
what
is
I've
perfectly
noticed
fine.
is both sides hate him now.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting lit up by both sides, whereas Alex Terrible's bigger.
Yeah.
The
Do you know
silent
what?
majority is not for this pedophilia.
We've
shit.
said this 1,000 times. If you stick to your guns and you refuse to apologize, it'll blow over.
Yeah.
Every time.
100%. Like when we were doing the
fucking
miscarriage thing or whatever else.
Look at Pauline Hanson. When she first came into politics, she was like, the Asians are taking over. And she's fucking right, because like the Chinese own heaps of our landmass. She's fucking right. And she wasn't saying anything racist. She was just being like, why are we selling all of our land to overseas? Like, why is it all going offshore? Shouldn't we keep that shit for Australians? And everyone's like, you're a racist, rah, rah. And she never apologized. She never fucking stood down. And then she got like majority fucking vote in Queensland during the pandemic. She just fucking stuck to her guns, and people were like, you know what, this bitch is talking some sense.
And now,
I'm on
what,
it.
20 years later, everyone's like, if we had to listen to you, maybe we wouldn't have just got asked for.
Literally, bro.
And the other thing is, like, on a one-to-one, when you're on a one-to-one with these people, they fold straight away. Like, if you stick to your convictions and then they come up, why were you transphobic? And you go, I wasn't transphobic. I was calling out pedos. They're just like, oh, shit. Right.
I was just saying that cutting your dick off and fucking kids is wrong. That's all.
Isn't it funny that, so we're reading all these comments. I've been reading them all week, and people are actually defending pedophilia. Like, I saw people saying, like I said before, that at least they're not indoctrinating him into Christianity or whatever. It's like, what are you talking about? Yes, I don't like like people indoctrinating children into religion because they should have the right to, you know, but find out for themselves and believe whatever. But they're not getting actually indoctrinated into like what these trannies are doing. They're actually pushing sexuality on like 5-year-olds, rubbing their fucking asses in the faces, you know, doing
I haven't seen that one yet, but that sounds fucked up.
Haven't you seen all these videos of
I've seen
trannies
some bad ones,
doing in strip clubs with little kids literally rubbing their asses in their face with G-strings on? That is... How do we get to a society where that's fine? And then he calls it out because everyone's fucking had enough. Any man with some balls has had enough of watching these cocksuckers literally do this to children. So he stands up, gets torn apart by a bunch of pedo-loving, like, metal faggots. You know, like, that's what these people are now. Fuck, the whole metal scene, man.
It's
fucking pathetic.
I think it's music in general, but, like, with metal, like we've always said, like, it used to be like sort of counter culture, you know, same as like punk and stuff, maybe in a different sense. But like in that respect, it was sort of like, you know, like I remember growing up, I was like a fucking bogan kid, and all I wanted to do was listen to Pantera and Slayer and fucking drink piss and smoke bongs. And I didn't really want to fuck Asians back then.
Why is the counterculture just pedophilia now?
It is. That's what it is.
It is very counter to culture to fuck kids. I must admit, it's very it's nuanced.
Where do you go from there though? It's like, well, we're gonna start fucking animals.
Oh no, newborn porn.
Newborn
porn.
Yeah.
Where you go from there is literally the Chinese Cultural Revolution, the Great Leap Forward. That is where you go from there.
Yeah, okay.
Slavery. Look at what they've just...
But if a guy from a band the band's called Thy Art Is Murder, it's like supposed to be counterculture. It's supposed to be offensive. The lyrics are supposed to be offensive. The video clips are about killing people and religion and fucked up things. And then he
burnt a Bible on stage once.
Did he?
Yeah. And everyone was like, awesome. And then he's like, don't cut your dick off. And they're like, fascist. Nazi.
Have you guys like...
And he was just saying something like that was on his mind at the time, and he thought it was fucked, so he commented about it. And now they're having a go at him. And
no, it is fucked. What he's saying was exactly what needs to be said that all these fucking pussy beta male lefty fucking cowards won't say, to the point where you're promoting grooming children now.
I've sent a video
and you
through.
defend it.
I've sent a video through to No Man's Land chat on Facebook.
Right.
My supervisor just sent me a good video that he thinks is pretty funny, and he's got a good sense of humor. It's about
Jim Brewer.
Yeah, burning like vaccines and stuff.
Oh, Jim Brewer was hell against the vaccines, eh?
Yeah.
He was getting roasted hard.
No, he's good, Jim Brewer. Right?
Yeah, he's fucking great.
Oh, it goes for 12 minutes. Jesus. No, we'll see how long it lasts.
All right. Let's go set her up.
Yeah, you're up.
Did we just go like one at a time to get fucking food? What'd you get?
I got upper hand.
Oh. Nice.
Dollar delivery, bruh.
Wow. All right.
Cheap as fuck.
Coming out and risking your lives. Because there's still people going, you're not really going out in public indoors, are you? The Delta, the Omega.
I love the heads he pulls out.
Yeah.
Stay inside. This is never ending.
He's so good, eh?
They literally want it to be like that. I swear people don't want it to end.
Poor old people would just stay in the basement. How long am I supposed to stay there? We'll come get you when it's safe. Yeah.
We're all just eating.
Why not?
We should do ASMR if we're going to fucking all eat.
A couple months ago. You.
Mm.
There's you. Got my second shot April 19th.
That's so true, but
yeah.
fucking pathetic.
Sick, bucket of virus.
Huh?
I'm vaccinated. I'll even lick metal. I'm not afraid of anything. I don't have to wear a mask. People vaccinated are getting sick.
Oh.
What?
Look at his head.
So new booster. What?
You're the best there, though.
It's rude as fuck.
Who wants a shot? Who wants to see a ball game? Ooh, 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 ooh. Wave your flipper.
It's funny because most of the crowd's probably vaccinated too.
Yeah.
They're all just uncomfortably sitting there watching.
I'll watch his podcast a bit. The Jim Brewer verse is good.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Kids educated.
Fucking hell. 12 minutes of that.
I can do 12 minutes of it.
It's like an hyper.
It's the best form of Sean O'Malley I've ever seen.
Have you seen that fucking Down syndrome cop guy? I think we played it on the pod before.
Yeah, that's a piss take.
Yeah, it's a piss take, yeah.
Dude, it's so funny how like I remember talking to someone in the height of that, someone that was criticizing me for not getting the jab. So NPC.
Yeah.
And they were bragging about
what's their name?
Having 4 boosters. And they were like, I can't get, I haven't got COVID once. And I was like, oh yeah, have you got the flu? Oh yeah, I've had that a couple times lately. And I'm like, you're not putting 2 and 2 together here at all. You're not realizing that is what COVID is. And you got the jab, and it's dude. And now everyone's fucking sick, man. Then they're putting the statistics out, and it's coming out now. The vaccine literally genocided people. Like,
I don't think people that got vaccinated ever thought that they were even protected when they took it.
I definitely didn't.
Yeah, because they still wore their mask and was socially distancing and scared of everyone and scared of going to the shops and all that shit.
I just didn't because it made me feel like absolute AIDS every time.
Well, a lot of people didn't want to get it.
No, but I mean the people
it was bad.
I mean the people that did want it and were like lining up for it. I don't think they even believed that it was going to.
I don't think those people even think for themselves at all.
No, they don't. That's true. But like they wouldn't have done all that other shit. They would have done like what Jim Brewer was saying, just walked around and licked lampposts and shit if they thought they were protected. But but why were they so scared of us? The unvaccinated.
Because they got told it's propaganda, man.
But I mean, like we've said it, it's been around a million times. But like, if you're unvaccinated,
believe the science.
Yeah, if you're vaccinated, then you should be fine. You could be around 100 unvaccinated people. It's not going to matter.
Logic doesn't work because
That's the thing. Believe the science, and then it's like, okay, like fucking here's some like kiss this person with COVID, and they're like, why would I do that? It's like, but you believe the science, so why
people
shouldn't you?
full propagandized. They got propagandized just like the Germans did in World War II, like the Russians did. It happened exactly the same way, and you see it firsthand. Once people have been propagandized, they're done. I think they're mentally damaged. They can't think for themselves, and they literally look to a higher authority to think for them. And they'll do anything they're told, whether it's crazy or not. They don't like that. Go and get another booster. I'm sick all the time. They don't even look at other people and think that, why are other people that didn't get it not sick?
Yeah.
But our government lied and said that 95% of people got it. No, they didn't. I would say 60 maybe, because I know so many fucking people. Everyone was is coming out. Everyone was using fake.
Dude,
every second person I know was using
How
fake.
many?
Every person I bumped into, people that are working up north, fuck that.
Well,
I
that's
used
because
the
you
fake.
made them for them.
No, like, dude, random people that I've never met.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot
Like,
of people.
I didn't do that. Fuck that. I just used a fake.
The numbers are bullshit for sure. I mean, there was 2 reasons for them to be bullshit. One, because people weren't stupid enough to do it, and 2, because the government wanted to make it look like 95% of people were vaccinated.
It's propaganda.
Yeah, for sure. But,
Dude, we just saw the biggest psychological war waged on everyone, and it was an experiment. It was fucking. We got to witness what happened throughout World War II before our eyes.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Like I've said this even fucking when we were in the thick of it. Like how people will reflect back on it in 5 or 10 years. You know, like
I'll probably be dead.
probably, but like
Have to reflect when
They
you're
want-
From
dead,
beyond
eh?
the grave, though.
yeah.
They're ghosts and they're like, don't get vaccinated.
Don't get the 89th booster.
I remember, man, my housemate was like at the start for the first probably year or maybe less. He was like on board, and fucking, it was like I was like, man, this is going to be a difficult fucking however long if I have to deal with this, like, you know, having a mask up at home and stuff like that. I'm like, this is not going to be good. I'm going to have to move out probably.
Masking up at home.
His parents were very on board with it, right? Well, the old man wasn't, but the wife was, because she
trusts the science.
Yeah, and so they came around to visit him, right? This was probably it'd have to be a year in, so everyone was sort of pretty well versed with the COVID shit. And they came around, and you know, obviously COVID came up because that's what everyone was always talking about. And my housemate goes, "Yeah, well, Drew's not vaccinated, and he's fine." And she literally turned around and went, "You're not vaccinated?" And I'm like, "Nah." And she's like, "Oh, maybe I should." Like, she didn't know what to do, and then she went and got a mask and made her husband and her wear a mask.
And he did. Cock.
And then I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, I don't understand. And then, like, probably not even 6 months later, they were like complete opposite. They were just like, oh, this is vaccine thing's ridiculous and blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
if you do what, a side note, if you do what your missus tells you, you're a fucking cock. Same goes for women. If you just blindly go and do what a bloke says, you're a cock.
well,
too.
but the other way around is worse, because if you do blindly what your missus says, she loses respect for you.
Yeah.
You have to wear the pants.
Go and put a mask on.
I would
Yes,
much
Don.
rather deal with Jess whinging at me because I'm calling all the shots all the time. She's like, I feel like we never do anything I want to do. I'm like, yeah, because the things you want to do suck. I don't know how to put it any fucking plainer.
I don't want to do brunch. Fuck you.
You want to go for a hike? Nope. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Where? On the Darling Scarp? Oh, yeah. I've never seen Serpentine Falls 1 billion times in my life. No, I don't need to see it again. Seen it once. Let's go somewhere else.
Well, that's very true.
Yeah.
When she's like, you want to go to the pub and drink beers? I'm like, yes. Now you're speaking my language.
You know, you ask the right thing, and I'll do what you say.
Yeah.
Ask the wrong thing, no.
Yeah,
it's funny. Yeah, that's pathetic. But is he like? I wonder. A lot of these people embarrassed because I've heard.
I think they're trying to
definitely
forget that it
heard a
happened.
few people that were quite critical of us. I think in the complete opposite way now.
Oh, yeah.
They thought we were fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And it's like, interesting how we copped so much shit and you hated all of us.
But they forget about it. They kind of shut it out like it didn't happen. I guess you try and shut out things that you weren't very...
Ignorance is bliss in the end of the
Yeah.
day. If you can try and forget and pretend like it never happened,
Yeah.
technically you're ignorant
But
again.
Yeah. Well, think about a time where you fucked up, royally fucked up, or you try and forget about that incident.
Well, you shouldn't. You should learn from it.
You should. That's true.
Because ignorance is not bliss to me. Like, I don't get how people can walk around in their life because you know deep down, you look like a flog and you are a flog, and like you haven't learned anything. You know, everyone knows it. How just admit you're fucking wrong? Because that when someone does that, everyone's like, that's respects that person.
Yeah, 100%.
No one's like, ha, idiot, he was wrong.
No.
You may cop some
Everyone
shit, but who
respects
cares?
someone who steps up to the plate and was like, yeah, I fucked up. And now show me where I fucked up. And then they learn from it. And they teach other people, hey, don't do this thing because I've done it before and it fucking sucks. You got to do it this way. Trust me. Everyone much prefers that person. It's age-old wisdom, like, oh, I know this for fact because I fucking lived it,
How much did the crazy thing is, we wanted to be wrong. You know what's playing out right now, man, is that it's the most fucked thing is that I'm looking at the statistics of people that are dying from the vaccine, people that have got myocarditis. It's people that have got autoimmune disease. It's worse than I thought. I hope that because it sort of went away and you're like, you didn't really see too much about it. And I was hoping maybe it wasn't as bad. Maybe they didn't get as many people with the jab. And then you see the stats and you're like, half the people in my life, more 3/4 that I care about, have got that shit in them. My mum's sick all the time now. Shit like that. And I'm just
Everyone's sick all the time now. It's actually crazy.
And then I just think about that cunt McGowan's head. And you just want to snap his neck. Like, imagine this is. I heard a story my mate told me. This is fucked, man. This is like hearing this story all the time. This kind of thing. This guy said to my mate, you know, got to get him getting first, got to get this jab when it was all kicking off. And he's like, this guy's a real critical thinker usually, and you know, real skeptical. And he's like, you shouldn't do that. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, went and got his kid's jab and him. He's got myocarditis. His kid's now got bone cancer.
Jesus.
And he rang up and he's like almost in tears saying, I think it was the jab. Like, what have I done? Kind of thing. How many people, I hear this all the time, because you go and look at it, cancer is through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
Everything is unprecedented now. It's happening more than it ever has. And then they're like, oh, but COVID did it. COVID,
that's what they say.
COVID. Oh, okay. When did the flu cause autoimmune disease and cancer and fucking Alzheimer's and every single bad thing under the sun?
But it's just trying to not, like, it's just the same thing we were talking about. It's like kind of trying to ignore it because you don't want it to be correct, right?
I don't want it to be true. I'm looking at the people I care about in my life sick all the time, thinking, how bad does it get? Like, are they just going to get flus? Is this bad shit going to happen?
No one wants it to be true, but like the thing that boggles my brain is that we went through the like side effects of the COVID vaccine and what it could potentially bring up in you. And it was like, how many pages? 9 pages?
9 pages,
of fucking side effects. And so people are like, oh, it couldn't possibly be. Like, COVID's just, it's like God. It works in mysterious ways. It has all these things. It's like, no. We've seen the data.
We've seen, they know.
The people who produced it know exactly what they've given you, all the potentials of what they could given you. And here's 9 pages of them. And so you're wondering, oh, it's a cancer, or it's a this, it's myocarditis, it's that, it's heart inflammation, it's fucking other things. It's like, well, yeah, because they're on the like surface level of the 9 pages of shit that it could potentially be.
Yeah,
and
like, it's not a fucking surprise anymore.
They knew that the spike protein from their testing causes autoimmune disease in almost everyone.
Well, and
when they did it, it took 2.5 to 3 years, and then it really hits at 7 to 10 years.
Yeah, okay. That's
the
what I was about to
scary
say.
thing is
I don't think
now it's 2.5 years.
Yeah, you're not going to say. I always thought this as well when it started, that you're not really going to see the full force of whatever it could have been for a decade, maybe longer.
They reckon. I heard a doctor was talking about. It's hard to listen to this stuff because it's so doom and gloom, and I'm not this pessimistic because I think that there's a solution. But she's like, even if you got one, she's like, they know that she's like, most people are going to get autoimmune disease. They know that the spike protein disease causes autoimmune disease, and they knew that from the testing. She's like, 7 to 10 years, we're going to see most of the population, a huge portion, die off. People sick all the time. Children are being born now. It's 40% in 0 to, I think it was in the UK, 0 to 24-year-olds now have autoimmune disease, 40% higher than ever. So the 0-year-olds are because mums that got the fucking jab and now giving birth to kids with autoimmune disease. But it can be undone, right? It's an engineering problem. But everyone hurry the fuck up. You know, if everyone now admits this shit.
Well, that's the first stage.
If we've got 7 to 10 years, how about we get the people
we haven't
actually...
even, if they're, it's like the fucking, you know, we're not even at the first stage of acceptance. You have to go through all those stages first to get to somewhere about fixing something. They don't even believe it's a thing, most people.
But that's what I'm scared of. I'm like, I want my friends and family to get... I know that there's some good naturopath. My naturopath is good.
That's the only way you're going to get any help is by a doctor that's real forward thinking, and there's not many in Australia.
He reckons he's helped people with heart, like gotten rid of their heart problems from the jab. He's sick, man. And he's improved my health heaps. But there's people out there like that. So there's definitely a solution. The human body is also really resilient, which is good.
You know what's really good for heart issues? Is Red Rooster.
And another jab. Moderna Rooster.
Not jabs. I've had 3 jabs, but the Reddies has balanced it out. I'm doing all right. It's funny that we talk about this because, like, there was a period there where my chest was really bad. And, like, you know, we were out walking through the city. And be like, we need to slow down. Like, I feel fucked. That's gone away. It has gone away. But Will it come up again? I don't know. Maybe.
What have they even done? That's the worst part. Because we know from what they said that it could like tells your body, instructs it to create this spike protein, which is dangerous. Put that aside. What else was it? What was the other shit they're doing? What they're not going to miss an opportunity to try out all of their shit on all of humanity, guilt-free or risk-free for them.
The worst part about this is they're so arrogant. They're like, yeah, just put it in mosquitoes. We'll put it in mosquitoes and ticks and other shit like that.
And food.
And just, dude, how about the
Food,
cows? Did you see all the fucking cows that died?
Did they?
They gave fucking cows like mRNA COVID vaccines to put it in the meat so people could get it secondhand through that.
Yeah.
And like, it's just a field of dead cows.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And they're like, yeah, no, it's like, it's still all good. We just, whoops.
Wait, the meat's good. Get that rigor mortis meat and serve it up. Dude, would that even work?
That's what the R stands for, an mRNA, rigor mortis.
Would it work? Putting it, like, if you ate beef, I don't think that would work.
Oh,
right. Well, if it's in the blood, right?
And doesn't it need to get into the tissue? Like,
well, I don't think that's why they're doing it. They're breathing.
I don't know.
Trying to do it for drugs for the animals so they don't get blood disease.
Well, if you
that's what they're talking about.
If you have like a heavy fatty diet, the fattiness gets into your blood, and then you get like that's what.
But I mean, whatever
cholesterol is, right?
But if you think about
chickens, if you can process fat, surely like that's a thick thing you got to break down. You must still be able to get it in
because it's the same thing with chickens and all the estrogens and all the fucking shit you pump into them.
Technology.
You end up eating that stuff, right?
This is GMO technology. Like this is crazy technology.
Yeah.
And maybe it can, but surely it's not as good.
The thing that fucking scares me the most is like, okay, as much as they forced the vaccine on everyone, threatened our jobs, whatnot, there was still a choice element there. Where if you put it into mosquitoes and then you just release them.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off.
What are you going to do after that? Okay, like we need to fucking get GMO spiders because the mosquitoes are out of control and they're killing people because we pumped them with the wrong shit. Oopsie doopsies. Like malaria is fuck all now. People are just dropping dead. Like mosquito lands on, they're like...
Yeah, it's scary because like after all the resisting you do and they get you anyway. Yeah. And the reason they're getting us is because people won't accept it. And even the people that are accepting it now are like, that was fucked, but just move on. No, just move on. How many people have they killed? I worked out based off what the UK said, just under 1 million people were killed from the jab by 2022. That is genocide alone. So that you don't just forget about that. Hitler killed 6 million, and that's the worst thing ever in the history to everyone. And then 1 million people have been literally put to the slaughter.
I still don't understand
in
why
one
that's
country.
the worst, though. What did fucking
Mao killed the most?
People killed more, yeah.
Mao was way more evil.
Yeah.
Like you read the writings of Mao and he was just, and so was Stalin. Like they were the most cold.
Because Stalin was 20, right? What was Mao? Must have been 30.
He started when he was real young, man.
Yeah.
Like he was in his teens.
He's the most successful serial killer of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just went from village to village,
Imagine
murdering people, like, because they wouldn't, they wouldn't.
Is that the secret to serial killers? Like, you need to be a serial killer, but also you have to have a cult behind you.
Yeah.
Like, you need a cult following, then you can mass murder.
You have to have the Rockefellers.
If you want to mass murder prostitutes, slit their throats and fuck the wound, you need to have at least 100 guys who are like, yeah, we agree.
Pretty much.
And then you're sweet.
Well,
you
that's
need to
why
have the Rockefellers behind and JP Morgan because they were all behind fucking Stalin.
Why does Rockefeller just sound like another fucking like Lock, Stock movie?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Because if you had just one person, if you had this one person that said, guys, I'm going to cut my cock off and sew some tits on, they'd be like, you're crazy. But if you have thousands of people saying it, they're not crazy anymore.
Yeah,
100%.
And they're like, don't call me mister. It is ma'am.
Yeah.
It's still the wildest shit I've ever seen. Imagine being a fully grown adult, getting that pissed off. Like, if people call me dickhead, and I'm like, yes, hello, Hi, how can I help you? Like, what do you need
Yeah.
from me?
Why?
Hey, fuckface. Yes, what would you
Why
like?
be that much of a weak person that you've got something that just destroys you? A word that destroys you. They're
I
like,
think
excuse
why-
me, sir. It's like someone's killed you. It wrecks you instantly. It disarms
But
you.
why, if you were that dude who's like, you know, probably 120 kilograms, broad-shouldered, but just be like, you know, I want to be a woman and I'm going to try and look as attractive as I can as a woman. It's like, don't bother, mate. Just stay as a man. Like,
The only, like, there's only two forms that I see that work, and you've got like really butchy women who, when they transition, look like
to men.
decent men.
Yeah.
And then you've got Thai boys,
Yeah.
who come out and you're like, not quite sure what you
Can't
are.
tell, yeah.
And everyone else, so obvious, like so ridiculously in your face obvious that you're clearly not what you're saying you are. Like, without a shadow of a doubt.
Let's
You're
see.
an insane person.
It's-
They should start, like, the best way to solve the tranny problem is, right, you're all, like, there's no draft for World War III. You all got to go fight the Ukrainian war. See you later.
And they would have
That's
been
a
the people on
fucking dude.
board with it as well.
Yeah.
that's a dude.
See, that's what I mean.
I'm
It's
trying to
like-
look at the most feminine lady boy.
While I think about it,
It's tough, man.
I'm
That
getting
one's,
erection
that one's
here, eh?
pretty fucking affordable.
Which
Thai
one?
lady. The
Oh, this
pink
one.
dress, yeah.
oh, these are tight.
Why affordable Thai lady
Get it
boy
off
dating?
the screen before I get erect. And
It's
then
too late. Oh, that's a fucking lady boy.
See, this scares me. When
Yeah.
they start to look
crazy.
too much like women. I guess
now,
in men,
now
that's a, you can
type
tell
in,
that's a
now
fucking
type
man.
in white trans woman.
Okay.
This is the ultimate test right here.
Well, as you type it in, I just want to give a shout out to a nurse that listens to our podcast.
Bro.
No. Which one?
What?
Oh, whoa.
Oh, yuck.
Bro, that's the next guest on Sean and Marley. For sure it is.
Oh, this Blair White one kind of pulls off being a chick. Kind of.
That's yeah. You're starting to guess a bit more. Just no, bro.
It's got a 5 o'clock shadow, for fuck's sake, cunt.
That's a good thing with the Asians, just no hair.
Yeah, that's
the
what
no
it is,
hair
right?
factor is a big factor.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
Asian
is
man.
that Michelle Obama?
That kind of looks like a chick, kind
The
of.
Thai men already look kind of feminine, so it's not.
Not all of them, but yeah.
A lot of them.
all the most successful
Well,
ones here are
don't have
black or
much-
Asian.
But they don't have much facial hair. And the women, the Thai women don't really have big hips. So, you know, they kind of look like boys anyway. You know, they're homogenous.
Homogenous.
Boy, I just want to give a shout out to a nurse that listens to our pod because she held the line for like 2 years, didn't work. She's just gone back to work, didn't get the jab.
Well, only
quit her
now just
job.
gone back to work.
Yeah, and only just because they still got the mandates in Victoria.
Fuck's sake.
But finally got a fucking job back in a hospital, I guess, and so that's fucking awesome. Big ups to her. 'Cause that,
Yeah.
2 years.
Big ups.
Jesus.
Sitting
2
around.
years, just, yeah. And not getting paid because they're like, fuck you, you didn't do what we did, so we're not giving you any money.
Yeah, and she held out and won. You won. You won.
Yeah, that's true.
Good on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James Goes just sent a video about banks and the difficulty of withdrawing cash.
That's
from a bank,
that's nice.
Which
Alright.
will, if you can get that up, same channel, No Man's Land chat.
Yes, there's a couple I want to.
In the meantime, well, obviously you got some set up, but while
Go
you're
on.
setting them up, with the bank thing, fucking when I came back from Sydney with $5,000 in cash, they were like trying to turn me away to
Yeah, they
deposit
don't
it.
want to accept money now.
And they were like, this is too, like, they literally said, they're like, we'll do it this time.
Who are you with?
Nah.
We'll do it this
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You'll do it every time, cunt.
That's what I fucking said. He was like, I was like, oh, I won this money at the casino. I just want to fucking cash it in and get it in my bank account. And he's like, how much? I was like, oh, it's like 5,700, something around that. And he was like, oh, that's a lot of money. And I was like, not really though. I was like, it's really not that much.
You're
and
a bank.
And he's just like, oh no, but it's a lot for us to accept. And I was like, what do you mean? I was just like, surely your vault can handle the amount of money that is the same thickness as this fucking phone. Like, how about you just take it?
Yeah,
You
Nav,
know, like, it's not really my responsibility to dispose of this cash. It's kind of yours.
Nav
Yeah.
seems
You know?
to be
Yeah.
the one at the moment that's doing that. And Combank, from what I've heard.
they didn't want to borrow it. And the guy was like, oh, we'll do it this time. And I was just like, what do you mean this time? He's like, you really need to call ahead when you got like a large sum of money. And I was like, cunt, I was like, are you going to murder someone over $5,000? He's like, God, no. And I was like, then it's not a large sum of money. I was like, let's be honest. Like, you're not fucking fooling anyone here.
Dude,
it's $5
you know
grand,
how
bro.
like
It's
I
$5 grand.
started this
Fucking
account.
chill the fuck
You
out.
know how I started this account to put money in it, you know, and like you guys thought, well, we might be a bank that stores money, you know.
Yeah,
well, that's
yeah.
what I want to do right now.
Wait, remember when cunts used to rob you guys? Yeah. Give them a reason to.
Dude,
Put this in your
it's,
safe.
There's something happening. It's clear that something huge is going to happen. And it may be to do with them trying to get the CBDCs rolled out. But the fact that they're not accepting cash is weird because they'd be trying to get all the cash to take it off the streets if that were the case. They're going to collapse. We've been talking about it for fucking ages.
Yeah.
There's like 6 of the big banks in America collapsed. There's all this shit, and it's not just them. It's Combank. It's heaps of them. So
The thing I don't
they won't
understand,
lend anyone
if
money.
I walked into the same bank with $5 million and was like, I want to open an account, please. I have $5 million. I'd like to put it in this account. There's no fucking way they're going to say no.
Oh, no.
There's no way they're going to say no. No fucking chance.
Yeah.
So why is $5,000 too much? But
Well,
5 mils,
'cause 5
just
mil,
the
they-
right amount.
they
It's a
can
fucking
make
Goldilocks syndrome.
lots of interest off.
Of course, they get
5 million.
100%.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
But that- it
they're
is weird.
concerned about $5 grand.
Not letting you have money is like that goes along with their tyranny.
Yeah.
Not accepting it is weird. Like
But
there's something else behind
the
that.
counter argument as well is that like probably shouldn't say this, but someone I know works with the police, and they take money, large sums of money, from like drug busts and other certain criminal activities, and they deposit it in the bank, and the bank has no fucking problems with them walking 50K straight in the front
Where
door.
does that money go?
To the government.
Yeah.
100%.
Why?
Because they got it. It's theirs. It was earned illegally, so it goes back into the system.
As if they don't pocket tons of that.
I've tried to convince said person to start a new life with me. And they're not interested, funnily enough.
But dude,
because they work for the people that will find them immediately.
But everyone knows when they find a fucking, heap of cash, they're skimming some off top. Well,
Surely.
they're the most corrupt cunts around.
Surely, bro.
Yeah.
Surely.
Did you see
I
that?
couldn't be a cop for that reason. First drug bust, I'm popping my partner in the back of the head. Yoink. Oh, yeah, they shot him point blank in the back of the head. Crazy. I didn't see him coming. He was
Dust the
hidden
gun
behind-
off, put it in his
yeah, put it
car's
in the
out.
bikey's hand, fucking rub it all over him, shove it in his mouth. He even spat on it. Weird. It's so weird.
He sucked the nose of the gun. He sucked the barrel.
And then shot him with it. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen, but I'm traumatized. I need PTSD fucking treatment.
I need marijuana legally.
You know what's going to help is the $2 million I screamed off the top, though. I think I should be fine. I'm going to be in Mahi on my fucking, beautiful new fucking property that I bought watching the fires
with a blue
behind me.
roof,
Yeah.
with a
Well, all
blue
the
painted blue, wearing blue clothes.
all the
with a red
fucking-
fire, just, neighbors are burning. I'm just sitting there just like, that sucks. Yeah.
all the shit they confiscate.
Drinking blue fucking bourbon.
Bourbon.
Your tongue won't catch on fire. That's all.
At least my bourbon's ice cold. Why? Because it's blue.
all the shit they confiscate that goes to auctions and shit goes back to them as well. So they get all that.
Yeah.
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 It's fucked,
yeah.
man.
I wanted to bring this one up because it's been coming up heaps on my fucking
Vabbing, bro.
vabbing.
I've done this.
What? You've done it?
I've
Have you got a
vabbed.
vagina and you put it on your
No,
face?
Just vabbed me one night.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you
We-
mean? She just slapped you with vaginal juice?
We were talking about it, and I was like, that's hilarious. Why would you ever do that? And she's like, do you want to vab? And I was like, yeah, I couldn't give a fuck. I was
You
like,
rub your neck on her tuppy, or
no. I was like, put your finger in yourself and then fucking give me a couple of fucking how you going.
Yeah.
It's no
Did you
different
go
from
out?
then her pussy juice being in my beard.
Did you go out then afterwards?
Yeah, 100%. I've like eaten
That's
her out.
I
I've
knew
eaten her
you
out with
smelled
fucks.
different that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, fish. Fish? 6 fish.
6 feet.
I've eaten Jess out and like have full pussy juice in my beard, and I'll just quick slap of water and then I'm out
This
the door.
is like
stinking the
Yeah.
puss.
this
Yeah.
stuff though is like the biggest piece of trash. Why?
So they're doing this. Like women are doing
TikTok
this.
trend, no one fucking cares.
I did it ironically, and I did it once. I'm not doing it like every time.
Look
It
at
is
this.
ridiculous.
I love this chick trying explain herself. She's like, it's.
Yeah. Of course, it's TikTok.
I love it.
She's never
TikTok.
vabbed in her life because
TikTok.
you need to have a man in your life.
Hey.
All I was working out. Vabbing works.
I hate that fucking voice. Oh, wait, can you do? You didn't.
Oh
play
no!
the-
So I did the vabbing's meant to be the opposite for like a dude. So
do
if
you
you
mean?
get your misso to vab on you, like get her pussy juice and rub it on you, it's meant to keep other bitches away
Oh, is that right?
because of the pheromones and that.
Should be called cocking then.
It is. Yeah, I went out full
Fair
cuckold.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought you meant you like jerk off and put some fucking
Give her a
semen on-
facial. You're like,
on you.
I've
No,
fucked
no,
all
no,
over
no.
your ass and tits.
No, Jess finger blasted herself for a minute and then fucking wiped it on me, and I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever, cunt, let's go. Like I couldn't.
But they're
give a
doing
fuck.
it to try and attract men.
Yeah,
So
gross.
the pheromones that
Oh, they're putting it on
you know
themselves.
how men are just like, I haven't been to the fish market in a while.
Wait.
Do you want to just hang out at the fish market?
Here's a tip for you fucking
What are the health
whores.
implications?
How about this? Instead of having to do that, go to the gym. Stop being a cunt. Just like they're absolute, like all these women.
Hang on. The third one's wiping down gym equipment before and after use. What has that got to do with? Are you vabbing dumbbells? What are you doing? If you can get a dumbbell in your tuppy, no man wants you. Just saying.
refraining from
No
vabbing
man's
if
land
you're on
wants
your
ya.
period or have an STI. Imagine you're walking around, this bitch has got 2 red marks down the side of her neck.
Oh, make sure
'Cause
you
she
get checked
fucking
by a
vabbed.
professional. Make sure you get checked by a professional.
That's
if you-
hideous.
If you think you sense an unusual or bad odor, not smell, just sense.
Vabbing needs to go on the fucking extinction list.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't play that video of the guy at the bank, Drew?
Yeah, all right, give me
Yeah,
a sec.
'cause he was doing his
How
own
quick do you want to
videos.
be? I'm pretty good, but none of that.
Yeah,
fucking
it's
stuff.
because you were too erect over
he did
vabbing and
he did also
steroids.
say that he was going to put his own shit up for a second, which is fair enough. But I just talked over that. I was like, well, we'll just quickly talk about this while you set it up.
Okay.
But it was already set up, it would seem.
This one.
But fuck him. Fuck him. Hurry up, Drew.
Yeah, I'm
It's
trying.
taking forever.
It's not me. It's your
Cobra
internet.
Central
It's your
Grand.
internet.
Stop
that's taking
vabbing,
forever.
Drew.
Try it again. There
No,
we go.
why? So let's go tell them the truth. Around 6,000.
Sorry, I gotta set her up.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yep, takes
Anyway,
ages.
vabbing's
Matt Hibble said, "How good would the Margot Robbie vag candle be?" Yes,
vag candle.
Vag candle. Didn't Gwyneth Paltrow
I
do
think
those?
a fleshlight would be better, but that's just me. You can burn the
Who
candle
has a
while you fuck a
flashlight?
fake tuppy.
Oh, this dude. I've seen this dude.
Yeah, I've seen this
We're drawing cash from the bank.
When you withdraw cash in Australia, the banks want to know why. So let's go tell them the truth. Around 6,000. What is it for? My missus thinks I cheated on her last week. She's doing my head in. So I needed give her some cash and a necklace. She doesn't like flowers. She just likes designer handbags and shit. No worries. I don't know why it's important for the bank to know. It's just money.
I have to ask.
I've got to go to a beauty salon to bleach my arsehole. Yeah, there we go. This is a bleaching package. Yeah, they said you can make it up to 3 shades lighter. Drugs.
3 shades of cut.
The devil's lettuce, you would know.
That's what you want me to put John Bernard?
I don't deal it personally. I just connect people together.
Whatever you do, it's your
Okay.
business.
What's the money for?
Well, then don't
Does it
ask
matter?
what the fucking money's for then.
I need it for steroids. Summer's coming up, Stereosonic festivals. I need it for summer. I mean, if your mom knows, I'm
Stereosonic.
transitioning to be a woman, so I have to pay for the surgery. It's an expensive surgery. It's not covered on the Medicare. You withdraw cash in Australia, the
That guy on the legends list. Who is he? That guy's awesome.
Stereosonics coming up.
Oh, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Drugs. And she's like, I understand.
Yeah, and she's like, what you do is your business. Why'd you ask me if it's my
It's
business?
also your
Yeah.
business,
Yeah.
bitch. You've got my money.
Why did you ask me if it's my business?
Yeah.
Like, I agree it's my business.
so
Don't
fuck
ask
off.
me.
Yeah.
How about imagine asking for a reason to take your own money out? I'd just be like, because it's my fucking money. That's
Yeah.
why. Now give it to me.
Did you see the fake India moon landing? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I saw the one
Are
where it was
you
like,
serious?
bitch boasted, bloody bitch boasted, as
Yeah.
they're trying to put the flag in,
Yeah.
which was amazing.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, dude, the memes are fucking
Yeah,
brilliant.
because it did that. Come,
What do they think?
it's
There's some
lit-
sort of rare curry on the moon that they haven't tried?
No,
Or
it-
is it just a place they haven't shat there yet?
No, they
They're like,
literally
I
were
wanna
playing.
shit on the streets of the moon.
They were literally playing Space
can't 'cause they'll
Invaders.
fly
Someone
off.
took
They'll
a.
be like- There's be shit everywhere floating around.
I saw, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I saw this fucking dude break down how much force and power is required to get airborne from a queef. he's like,
on the moon
right,
or on the ground?
just on Earth.
On Earth.
He's like, right. So you want to get airborne by queefing? He's like, singular
Jesus.
queef. It was ridiculous. The amount of like pound pressure, like PSI, was fucking out of this world. But he was like the
Tash
muscle.
Peterson could do it.
The muscle power
100.
you need, the muscle power you need to pull it off is like out of this world.
Oh, yeah,
and
right.
then to actually like get airborne, you have to be traveling at like, I think it was 8% over the speed of light.
Oh,
Like, yeah, I think it's the velocity of the queef coming out of your pussy is traveling at 8%
because
faster
it's
than the
so
speed
small.
of light. Yeah, because
That
of
would
the,
tear
because of
your
the muscle
toppy
mass.
apart.
Yeah,
Not Tash
100%.
Peterson, no.
Yeah, Tash Peterson.
She'd have the wings to fucking keep flying. Keep that thing
No,
flying.
she's got the parachute to land. That's what she's got. She's got a SpaceX pussy. That's what she's got.
Pussy X?
Yeah.
It would just blow her up, eh? It's like,
Puss Mungy X, eh? That's what she's got. Robin Williams is going to Mars, everyone.
He is there. She probably dropped him off.
And he's Indian and he just shits on the Mars streets and he's just like, my mission's over, kills himself.
let's look it up. India.
Wait, pull that meme I just put
landing.
in on the
Fake.
group chat.
Oh, you put one
Yeah,
in
I
the
just put
chat.
one in the group chat there.
Oh, yeah.
I love this. This is actually funny because have a look. It's like the actual craft has the checkerboard like on the fucking goat jockeys.
Why is it
little
yellow
aprons they
and
wear.
green and shit?
Have you seen the aprons the goat jockeys wear? The fucking
No.
Masons. They're like that. They're a fucking checkered thing like on the front of that. And
Yeah.
I was like,
Is that what India released to be like, we did it? We landed
that's
on the
the
moon.
real thing. That's what they're saying they land. It's like, are you fucking... Are we,
Dude, I've played N64 games. I
dude,
know
it's
what shit graphics
not even
look like.
NC. This is Space Invaders. This is fucking Atari.
It's Pong.
Yeah, Pong.
Yeah, they ponged their way to space.
It's like I've seen
right,
all
let's
these. You
look-
think that
let's-
they're memes, and you're like, they're trying to tell us that that's real.
Extinction list, India.
Well, it would solve a lot of the world's problems. What's that? Solar panels or something? Oh, this is
Look
them
at the moon.
landing.
Look at the moon. Yeah, not computer generated at all. This is fucking ridiculous.
I don't know. I haven't even looked at it. I just heard that they did land. on it.
They want you to believe that that's
I love it that
real
they're
footage.
searching for a suitable landing site. How about anywhere?
Yeah.
How about
There is-
anywhere,
There
bro?
is nothing there.
Oh, watch out, watch out. What's there? Nothing. Yeah, we'll go another kilometre.
Yeah.
What? Hang on.
It's literally like
Pragyan moved
it's the,
around
it's
8
the
meters
equivalent of
across
flying
the
a
surface.
it's the equivalent of flying a seaplane through the sea,
Oh.
going searching for a landing spot. The whole ocean.
Oh, hold on. So
the ocean
did
everywhere.
people get on there, or was it just a lander craft or something?
They're just the craft.
Oh,
Dude, if people got on there, the moon would be brown now. It'd be coated in shit. It'd look like a
Dude.
chocolate freckle.
well, you saw
The
that.
amount of shit that 2 astronauts could produce on that moon would change the tidal pattern so much that we would have like full tsunamis and shit going on.
Hey.
That's their plan. I heard that's their plan. They're sick of all the shit in the streets and like, well, we don't have any real value in anything in our country except for curry and shit. So if we go to the moon and we just shit a whole bunch, we can cause a tsunami that'll wash our streets clean. Fresh start.
No,
It might kill a few of us, but there's also a
No, if
billion
they
of
went
us
there,
will bounce back.
It would full terraform the atmosphere, all the methane from the shit. It would-
There's like trees and stuff. Everything starts growing. We go to land there. We're like, there actually isn't any suitable space to land. There's trees everywhere. There's suitable landing space, not inside a crater. How about that? How about all the flat land that's on there? Pick a fucking spot, bro.
yeah.
Dude, there was another one from NASA I saw this week that was completely fake.
It's, it's literally like going into an empty car park and being like, I don't know where I can park my car. No, there's no spots available. We're going to have to go somewhere else. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean it's suitable? It's so fucking retarded.
I didn't even know that they were trying to go for that either. Like, It's a bit weird.
You know why? It's because they weren't, and the whole thing's fake. It's the same as, remember out of nowhere, all these cunts just went to the moon? Fucking penis head Jeff Bezos, or out of nowhere in COVID. Oh, conveniently when everyone's
didn't go
in
to the
there.
moon.
Oh, they're into space.
Into space, yeah.
Just out of nowhere, no one heard of them building rockets, nothing, and then they're all like, "There's a space race while you're all in your houses locked down."
Yeah, it was a bit weird timing, wasn't it?
India's just like, hey, World War III, we just lit Maui up. India's on the moon. The Matildas. The Matildas are on the moon. India's in the Matildas.
They might play soccer better if they go on the moon.
The Matildas wish they were
on.
on the fucking moon right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a good
Unfortunately,
one.
they came in 4th place.
I got a good one for you. This one's
Wait.
fucking a little bit old, but it's good. It popped up in my feed the other day.
Is this the bitch with an Asian act? Yeah, dude, this is so good.
I'm still not done with the moon, though. I got another one for you.
My name
The moon's
is
just got a yellow
Claudia.
jacket on it.
I am 40 years old. I live in Plymouth, born and bred here in Plymouth. About 5 years ago now, I had a stroke-like event. There's still some question as to whether it was a severe
I had some
migraine
kung pao
or,
chicken.
actual stroke event, but
Fuck,
whatever
I
it
thought
was,
you had
have
yellow fever. This is a whole new
changed,
meaning, eh?
Can she speak Chinese? Or what language?
No, it's just the
skills
accent.
and
She
just got the accent.
Communication part of brain.
She's like, I had a stroke and now I'm racist.
Yeah, I had a stroke and now I'm
It's,
retarded.
At the time was very confusing, but actually had a lot of help, a lot of support from neurologists for migraines. And it was hoped that my speech could be improved, but I
Could
think
be
over the
improved?
years have come to terms with.
I want to hear her
If
sing.
it's fake, she's got it down pat.
She did it well.
I want to sing. I want to hear her sing. I want to be ninja.
She needs to go on the legends list for successfully pulling this off.
Few years, things have.
A few years. I love it how she doesn't say plurals. She's got that down well.
I've
that.
tried many treatment, but cannot.
many
get
treatment.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping like
Plurals
this year,
mustn't exist
I've been
in Mandarin.
I don't think they do.
They don't know.
Is as bad as I will get now.
You can't. You know
And
why?
that is
Because
not
of the
even-
one-child policy. They're not allowed multiple things in China. You can only have one. Therefore, plurals don't exist.
I'd be more impressed
that-
if she got hit in the head and then actually could speak Chinese.
I guess she's like,
That'd be
yeah,
fucking-
mate, fucking, oh, that really hurt. Oh. Just instantly.
How fucking crazy would that be?
I want to know, during the stroke, was she able to get a few words out and did her accent slowly change throughout the duration of the stroke? Or was she just like, fucking hell, lad, this is a fucking crazy stroke, man. Fucking
She's
crazy.
Scottish for a bit.
Yeah. Oh, big stroke. So big stroke this.
Wait, bring this one up. This is the photo I just posted. This is a fucking joke.
What photo?
Did it not get?
No.
It's in there.
Nights in Sydney are hard to beat.
I'll send it again. It
Oh.
came through. I heard it.
Yeah, it's probably just.
Hey, let's look at this one.
Shitty
Women in the
internet.
60s and then what?
I sent it again.
Okay, that's a gay meme.
Yeah, there it is. This here. It's like,
Oh, this is the moon thing.
it's
what the fuck is
it's
this?
so fucking fake. They're
That
like,
looks like an Oreo or something.
by the way, this is real. Like, there's so many things wrong with this.
This is real.
So many things wrong.
Why is the moon not spherical at all?
But why is the
As in,
okay?
like, yeah,
fair enough.
It's 2D as fuck.
But why so say it's daytime, right? Shining on the earth this way. The sun's behind it. Why is the moon not lit up? The back of the moon. Why? Also, how does the moon light up when it's a grey rock? How is it the brightest thing in the sky? Have you ever seen a grey, dusty rock light up like the brightest thing you've ever seen besides the sun?
Yeah.
No. And if it was like the other way around and it was daytime shining across, how would the fucking moon be lit up at night on the other side when the earth is blocking it?
It's just nothing about that.
Where are the
seems
stars?
believable.
Where are the stars? Like,
They edited them out.
it's just so dumb, but and it looks fake. Even the moon, it looks like they've just cut it out from the back of a
dude,
Kellogg's
I love
box.
the
and bombed
bullshit
it.
shadow.
I know.
What shadow?
Isn't it meant to be lit up? That's daytime on the outside of it.
Here's my thing, right? Where's the Earth's shadow? Like, you know, like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just like, there's just no, it just doesn't make
Oh,
sense.
and another thing I noticed, where's the landmass? There's only a little bit up the top. Apparently it's a water Earth. There's like no landmass. And
Water
most of-
world. There's
Kevin Costner's down there fucking sailing his little boat.
If you look
Kevin
closely,
Costner.
the moon's got gills.
That's a good movie.
Dude, Waterworld's a fucking great
But
film.
like, they were like, by the way, this is a real photo from NASA. Yeah, everyone knows everything from NASA's fake. And it's like...
So I just love how they had to put like, yes, this is real. It's like, hey, if you just hadn't put that, more believable.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't have...
But also, you have so much funding. So much funding. You can launch rockets into space and burn a fuck ton of fuel in the process. But you don't have like one dude that's good at Photoshop?
Yeah.
Not one?
And
Wouldn't that be where most of your funding goes if you're achieving nothing?
And why are they doing such bad PR for themselves? Is it on purpose? Are they?
It's
is it
gotta
like
be,
you're
eh?
user idiots? Is that what they're doing?
It's lined
You
in with the
fucking
UAP
idiots.
thing, right? Surely.
Yeah, that's the weird thing.
Yeah.
Is like they're clearly. We clearly have some wild technology. Probably can travel to the other side of the fucking solar system or galaxy with the technology that they got. But they're like, oh, look at Elon Musk with this rocket that blew up for the 70th time.
Yeah.
We lost the technology to get into space.
The thing with the UAPs that blows my mind is that, like, yeah, okay, if the technology is real, no one can pilot them. It would literally turn you to fucking jelly.
Unless they could create its own gravitational field or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I don't know, it seems unlikely, but it could be possible. But yeah, like the things that apparently these fighter pilots have seen, the UAPs, have moved at rates that, like, when they calculated how far, like from 50,000 feet to 5,000 in like under a second, they're like, dude, your bones would exit your body.
Yeah.
Like straight up, it'd turn you into jelly.
But the weirdest thing I think about that is not so much that, although that is crazy, is the fact that it makes no like wake
or sound or anything.
Yeah, that's fucking
it's
crazy.
just like,
because that goes
That's
against
it.
every fucking law that we know of.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Well, there has
But-
to be some form of output of
Yeah,
other energy,
energy,
whether it's
yeah.
heat or sound or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
something.
But there's something. There's always something.
Yeah, that's fucking
like you
unbelievable.
fucking bang a hammer into some steel to move it over. The biggest one is sound, and then
Yeah.
you potentially get sparks, which is heat.
Yeah.
There's always heat. Heat's always one.
Yeah.
Like, why is there just nothing?
That's fucking weird.
It's
hell
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Especially in our atmosphere. There's heaps of fucking particles in the air that, I mean, we've all seen the things like falling from space, whether that's bullshit or not, but, you know, they burn up in space. We've seen it with asteroids, so it can't be bullshit. Like, they literally fucking explode into
Well,
our
there's one over
atmosphere.
Melbourne the other week.
Yeah.
See that one? That was pretty
I've
tight.
seen two big green ones, like about that big in the sky with tails like that, twice in my life. Just go across the sky, just randomly, and hell cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't know. We could. What I would put it down to, I think they don't have a fucking clue, and they're probably wrong about everything. And there's way more to know, clearly, than we know. And they try and explain it with this tiny little bit of knowledge instead of saying, and then they go, yeah, but mathematically we've worked it out, and it has to be this. No, the most likely thing is you don't fucking know even the tiniest bit.
Yeah.
And we're wrong, but you can't admit that.
Or it's a different understanding of what we know. Like, you know, maybe the physics that we apply, there's other rules that we don't fully understand.
That's what it would be.
That's what I think is
we
more
know
likely.
this much of the real of this whole picture
Of the possibilities, yeah.
and like that someone else or people that have been here longer have figured it out. Because there's
Yeah.
clearly there is all these things in our reality that all the time that break what we know about our understanding of reality. And then they're like, well, that's just a conspiracy theory. But they're there. And now the government admits it. And now you don't even admit that you said that was a conspiracy theory 3 years ago.
But why would the government admit it? That's what I don't understand. What's the ulterior motive?
Psyop.
Like distraction from what though? You know, like because it feels like a distraction.
It is.
But also the thing that really gets me, and it always comes back to religion for me, is because obviously like God made us in His own image and rah and all this stuff, and He only cares about the earth. So then you're like, there's aliens, like they exist, and then everyone's still like fighting over fucking Palestine. It's like irrelevant. It doesn't matter anymore. There's beings with tentacles for arms potentially. Is God also an octopus? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
And there's interdimensional beings.
Yeah.
The people that run the world, literally, it doesn't matter if you believe it, they worship interdimensional things. Like they do. They do weird rituals. They've been doing it for thousands of years, clearly because there's something else going on that we don't know about.
Yeah.
We know nothing. And now we're getting this weird time. We're in this weird period where everyone's asking these questions and starting to wake up to that everything's a fucking lie. So I do think that we're going to have disclosure on a lot of things because the whole world's asking now. Everyone's done with being lied to. Not like how good was Trump? This one thing he did, just coming out and telling everyone that the news was bullshit. He started that saying it's fake news, and it became a saying. But now no one believes the news because Trump was literally like, they're lying to you. Everything they say is a fucking lie. And now it's a joke. Even NASA, they post something and everyone's roasting it. Like, are you fucking serious? And they just keep
to be
trying.
honest, but what did they post? Did they hit up India and they're like, we saw your great Photoshop skills of your moon landing.
Can you lend us your Photoshopper?
Can you Photoshop a fucking moon over the Earth and we'll say we did it, we took it? Like that's the dude. It's on par. It's so bad.
That is unreal.
You could go to AI, this fucking thing that you were using for your album covers, and be like, we should do it right now. Actually,
create an alien.
No, create. I want a photo of the Earth with the moon crossing over the face of the Earth, and I guarantee you it shits on whatever the fuck we just saw.
Yeah. They probably
sure it does.
They probably haven't even thought of using ChatGPT for it. They've still got the Indian.
You got Indian GPT, and it's just like
Chat
shitting
India.
on it. It's just shitting on everything.
Also, is ChatGPT
everything's in a yellow jacket?
Yellow Jacket GPT. Oh, wait, is ChatGPT the worst name of all time for an AI?
Yeah.
The first big AI we get. Here it is. ChatGPT.
But what does it stand for? What's GPT stand for?
Gay porn tonight. I don't know.
Gay porn tonight.
You remember Chicken Tonight?
Chicken Tonight.
I feel like gay porn tonight.
My gay porn tonight. My gay porn tonight. If chickens are into gay porn, that's hot.
Yeah, that would make me come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know that there's a lot of men that are into chickens.
We do know about this,
Yeah.
and they're also
Yeah.
into cliffs.
Didn't really do that good a
It's
job.
not that much better. They've got the Earth over the moon.
Yeah, why did it do that?
Still looks.
It does weird
I love
shit.
I love the flat Earth passing over the fucking moon. That was
Flat Earth.
interesting.
This is why they had to use their dog shit Photoshop because it's not that much better. Is there
Why
more
did
than
it
4
do
options?
the Earth over the moon?
How's that shadow, bro?
That's probably better than the other
But
one.
that's just the moon in the
I
sky.
said looking at the Earth from space with the moon in front of it.
What about just go the moon passing across Earth from space?
Is that right? The moon passes across Earth from space.
Now dream it.
Takes a bit.
Dream.
Shit, I don't know how many credits left. It's going to run.
Oh,
out.
wait, this could be
Oh
a
wow! Do you have to pay?
Yeah.
What? I thought it was
$10
free. Oh,
for like probably about 1,000 images.
that's how many. You just been sitting there all day.
Oh yeah, I've done all sorts of fucking shit.
Okay, so it's only $10 for 1,000. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's
then.
fuck all. Yeah.
This is.
I was like 7.2. Is that $7.20? Holy
Nah,
shit!
fuck that.
Wait,
I
we
wouldn't do
need to
that.
have a new segment. Get NASA's photo of the week and see if ChatGPT can create a better one.
We should actually.
This can create fucking anything, eh?
India's space program versus
It's taken a while.
ChatGPT.
Whoa, I was going like a black hole.
That first one looks more believable than the Indian landing.
So that's from the moon. That's the moon. What's that? Then?
No, I think
Another
that's
moon.
That's the Earth just getting fucking bum fucked with.
See, they've at
tornadoes.
least got stars there in the other one. Oh, that one's interesting.
That one's weird.
That's a UAP.
Yeah, that is that.
Yeah.
But yeah, where are the stars?
In
That
all
other
the-
one, it's like
look at any
you
na-
got a grey disc over what's maybe the Earth,
and then
just
black.
a black abyss. Like we're in the Milky Way, cunt. Like
It's
where's the rest
Look
of the
at the
solar
sky
system?
at night.
Yeah.
It's the most bright fucking.
Even in like a major city where there's heaps of light pollution, there's a couple stars.
I know, and people always say, "Oh, it's the camera; it doesn't caption it." Yes, it does.
Hey, it takes in light over a period of time.
Yeah.
There's light present.
It'll take
It's
it.
getting it. Weird how cameras haven't functioned differently since their invention.
All right.
Dude, find
Just
me a
better.
NASA photo of the Earth with stars around it.
I reckon
Even
you could
there
take
isn't.
you could take a
Extinction
photo
list
with a
of the moon.
Polaroid. No,
Yeah.
NASA,
Yeah.
NASA, not the moon. The moon's
NASA,
fine.
yes.
The moon's not. The moon isn't the problem here. The problem
Alright,
isn't like
extinction list of NASA.
if we just got rid of them. Actually, to be honest, if we got rid of the moon,
Right?
then
The
there's
tides
nothing to
would change,
fucking lie about.
and
Then they
some
just
other
have-
bad things would happen.
Just call it something else.
Oh, wait, but yes, NASA on the extinction list, stars on the extinction list because apparently they don't exist.
What else we got?
Do you reckon the fucking Ian's call it the Moonami? They're like, that's a fucking hot Moonami up there. We're gonna land on that bitch and shit all over it. Get my yellow jacket. I'm going to the
Yellow-
moon.
Do you reckon
Yeah.
when they fucking got up there, they just raped the moon?
Yeah,
Bob,
100%.
Gang raped it?
Bob's vagine and the moon.
First 6-year-old raped on the moon. India's just like, tick, we've done it. Here's a photo. And the girl's like clearly not 6 years old. Like, just the photo's all fucked up as well. It's like a fish. They're like, that's not a 6-year-old girl. They're like, yeah, it is.
Then
Look
when-
at here's
then when,
photographic evidence.
Then when Colombia fucking land on the moon, they just bring donkeys. First donkey on the moon.
Donkeys, eh?
Slut donkeys, yeah.
Slut donkey on the legends list.
Donkey fucking on the legends list.
It's just
India's-
donkeys on the legends list.
India's moon landing on the extinction list. That's
I just think India.
Oh, he said India, yeah. So
actually moon landings in general. Moon
Yeah.
landings on the extinction list.
well, they are really. There's
Yeah.
not really that many of them anymore. I can't think. What else is it? There's got to be some other things.
India's on there for sure. Yellow
the,
jackets.
The
on
Australian economy that can go on there because that's done for.
vabbing on the extinction list.
Oh fucking.
I got a curious. Oh, we haven't got curious stuff yet. Yeah, vabbing on the extinction list. Kill yourself list. I'm gonna have to put fucking CJ. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Is he Mahon? What's his name? Yeah, CJ Mahon.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
McMahon. Unfortunately, he was a legend for about a week until he apologized. I was like, what a
I thought
fucking legend. I was like, that sick cunt. Just did so much for everyone. It likes music. And then he just fucked it all. But Alex Terrible on the
Legends is on there. I think he was on
yeah.
last week as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we just got terms that need to come back. We didn't add any.
Oh mate, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I got nothing.
Terms that need to come back.
We haven't talked about it.
Moon landing.
stars. Stars in photographs. They need to come back.
Stars on terms that need to come back. Yep. Things that need to come back.
Yeah.
Things that are already
Stars in
here.
the night
that
sky.
Wait, we should have a list for things that are definitely reality that have just somehow disappeared.
Yeah, stars in the night sky.
And terms that need to go.
Critical thinking on the list of things that just disappeared.
Well, you could probably put
Actually, can
vabbing
you-
on terms that need to go as well. To be honest.
Vabbing, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, the new code, the new lockdowns, like whatever
Oh, yeah.
is going on there, extinction
Well, that's
list.
extinction. Yeah.
Those lockdowns, yeah.
Joe Biden's fucking presidency for 2024, extinction list.
Well, that's it. Oh, hold on. Someone might have.
Oh,
commented.
Ron DeSantis' campaign looks like it's going to be on the extinction list.
I don't
What
know
the
what
fuck
that
is TTN TCB?
I don't know. Not sure. Anyway, that's the end of the list. Then we got our sponsors, Winfield Blue.
Why are you still doing it?
I'm going to keep doing it every fucking episode till we get sponsored.
Have you?
Winfield Blues, get one because they're good. Oh, sorry, Reds, not Blues.
You know,
get
what,
one if you want,
know what I
but
do
Winfield Red.
like, and I'm going to betray our sponsors here, but a fucking Lucky Strike watermelon durry. They're delicious.
They're kind of shit,
Watermelon.
man. I must admit.
They're good.
I had
They're
one
good.
and I was like, nah.
No, they're
What?
good.
Yeah, I don't like the
You just
idea.
don't like durries anymore.
I
Yeah,
don't.
honestly,
I
he's
don't.
fucking
I'm off
faked. He
durries.
has no
They're good.
say in what durries
Yeah.
are good and bad.
If
No, I
you-
definitely do.
No, you don't.
I've smoked way more durries than you ever have.
Bro,
for
if
sure.
you
Yeah,
were-
but I've never been gay enough to vape though, so that cancels it
If
out.
you were on
Are
the
you sure about that?
durries,
yeah,
Do you want to change that?
If you were on the durries still, you'd be sucking those bad boys back hard. You'd be like,
yeah, but no, you do realize a watermelon cigarette is a step closer to this, right?
He's got a good point there. He does have a good point.
100%. Even yourself, you're like, do you know what's amazing? Do you know what's better than cigarettes? Flavored cigarettes. It's like, hey, bitch, they're called vapes.
No, but it's still not quite homosexual yet. You're still smoking.
It's on
at
the
least.
cusp.
Oh yeah,
I'll admit it is on the way.
Oh yeah, it's on the way.
It's like
but here's
it's
the thing.
like
No, here's the thing though. I cannot smoke durries anymore, but I fucking love a cigar.
Yeah,
cigars are just delicious.
Why can't you smoke durries anymore?
Well, with cigars you don't inhale them, right? You just taste them.
No, that's true.
So
But I mean, why can't you smoke?
They
cigarettes?
fuck me up. I have a durry and I get sick instantly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not at all. But I don't think vaping's a good thing.
Smoke like a man. Smoke like a man. Oi.
Get some.
I smoke
watermelon.
penis like a man.
Oh, now
Does
that's
that
giving me a
count?
stiff. That is giving me a stiff.
Yeah.
One thing we forgot to bring up is the fucking apparently there's just ticks out of control biting everyone, making them allergic to meat. Wasn't the GMO injection that they gave everyone definitely ticks? And it's here.
Yeah.
It's here in Australia, and apparently hundreds of
ticks?
thousands of people. And they're warning Australians. Couldn't be that you just fucked with our fucking genetics.
Yeah.
Couldn't be that. And it couldn't be that that really pushes that cause of you'll live in your pod and eat bugs and not eat meat.
It's,
What
such,
about
it's
ticks?
such
Can
an
we eat
attack
ticks?
on the rural community as well, because like if you get a tick in the city, you're pretty fucking unlucky.
Oh yeah.
Like pretty unlucky. It's definitely a rural thing.
Yeah.
It's a fucking attack on like our farmers, our rural places. Like it's fucking bullshit.
You know that
Farmers
Gates
are
is
already
behind that.
blowing their heads off left, right, and center because they live alone and no one wants to marry them and no one wants to start a family on a farm. And then they're like, they're not killing themselves at a rate high enough. Let's invade them with ticks. And then the ticks, when they eat their own produce, they drop fucking dead. Awesome.
I love it then that like if a farmer was listening to this, you're like, because they're already on a farm, no one wants to marry them, they're ugly, they should kill their scum. Like, you start toasting it. Like, they're losing.
No, I'm not wrong. I would love it. I would love that. But it also, I'd have to be like, but you're buying a farm and it's next door, and you're buying a farm and it's the other side next door.
yeah.
You know, like we're going to have.
I loved it. I could go
between us, we're going to have like 4,000 acres of land.
And guns.
and motorbikes and snowmobile. Dude,
and
give
we'll have a
me-
sign out the front saying no bungs allowed. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, give me a fucking piece of land in Wyoming, like near those mountains.
Yeah.
And just leave it. And we just all live there, and everyone
Yeah.
can fuck off. Don't need
All right.
heaps of money. Just
This
I'd
is
be
something
happy.
that I meant to bring this up earlier, but I didn't. I've been summoned to court for jury duty.
Oh no way!
Yeah, I know.
What kind of case is it?
I don't know. It's a criminal.
Suitcase.
It's a criminal. It's a basket case.
We need a little sign here every time to just say dad joke, and we pop it up. And it goes, dad joke, dad joke.
I don't think it needs a headline. I'm pretty like if you don't know it's a dad joke, you're an idiot. You should kill yourself. Fucking. Oh, actually, I heard a good dad joke today. What's the difference between a joke and a rhetorical question?
Oh, I think the joke is in whatever I say is an answer.
What?
That's it.
That's it. It's a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking. What was I gonna say? Yeah. I mean, it's a criminal case in the Supreme Court, so it's probably a fucking juicy one. But I
Imagine if you get in there, it's McGowan. He's like charged for pedophilia, and you're like, oh.
Well, here's the thing, right? So I brought my letter in to work to be like, here's proof that I have actually been summoned, whatnot. Take the letter, but I need it back because you need it to go. It's got all your details and stuff on it.
You can say no way.
Nah, it's pretty hard. I was reading the conditions because part of me was like, fuck this. I don't want to do this. Like, I can't be fucked.
That was what everyone was
How
saying.
long is it? It can be
It
fucking
can-
months.
Yeah. So
Of every day.
Yeah, every day. So
What if you have a business to run?
Too bad. So here's the thing. Here's the fuck thing with it as well, which I hell don't agree with. It states on the letter, it's like your employer will pay you for as long as this takes, your standard rate that you get when you're at work until it's over. It's like, hang on a second. So the business already pays business tax just to operate Firstly, they pay on all their profits and other shit like that. Not to mention materials they buy, GST, all that sort of shit. They pay tax a billion fucking times before they pay me, who then also gets taxed. So it's like there's all this tax here. Then they pay me. Then
What
I get taxed.
compensation do they
And then
get?
when I fucking go and I'm not producing anything for the company, they still have to pay me. I still have to pay my tax, and they still have to pay tax.
But what if you're casual? You don't have to pay them. You
I'm
got
not
no
sure.
hours with
Not
us.
sure about casual.
They
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to do shit. Oh,
Yeah.
we got no hours.
Not sure about casual, but here's the funny thing though. So I gave the letter in, and then I told my supervisor, and he was just like, "You do realize there's no fucking way that you're going to be doing this?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I've been summoned. Like I have to go." And they're like, "Yeah, but they still get to pick their jurors. Like you'll be one of many, and they'll do a background screening. They're going to see this pod." And they're going to be, I'm going to walk in the door and they're going to be like, "Not you, get out."
Do they
And I was
actually?
like,
Do they look that deep into you?
apparently, yeah. I'm thinking about changing my Facebook, like just changing my name so they
That's
can't find me as
hilarious.
easy.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, because I want like.
they walk in, they go, "So, what do you think about faggots and niggers there?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Ah, fuck, all right."
Well,
so."
that's when I just lie. That's when you just lie. Be like, I couldn't care less about it. Like it doesn't, doesn't sway my opinion on a person, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
It
You know,
actually doesn't in reality.
No, that's the thing. I'll be sitting there being like, "I'm actually a decent human." They're like, "No, you're not. We've seen everything you put online." I'm like, "Yeah, but that's clearly a farce. Like
Yeah.
it's clearly bullshit. Like you must be up. Are you retarded? Can you not read between the
But
lines?
wouldn't
You don't
it-
know
a lot of
what-
people Wouldn't it- can't. but-
you don't
but
know
hold
what
on.
satire is?
I don't know about
Like,
that
I have to sit
because-
here and explain. Should we have a court case about the meaning of satire?
But it all depends on
You can argue for
who,
it, you
who
can
picks
argue
the
against.
jurors. Like, who's the people that
So,
pick the jurors?
so they both do. So both the
so-
the prosecution,
prosecution.
and the defense
Yeah,
both
so-
pick.
so-
So they will agree. So they'll be like,
Oh, they
someone
have
will
to
come
agree.
in. And they'll be like, the prosecution will be like, "This is terrible for our case," and defense will be like, "This is awesome." And
Yeah.
so then there'll be a conflict, and they'll be like, "Get rid of him." And
Yeah.
then there'll be someone who could swing either way, and they'll be like, get him in." Like
so they
he's
just
good.
want middle of the road type people.
They want someone who's like in the middle, who
Yeah.
can swing either way depending on what
Yeah,
evidence.
well,
is
that's the
brought forward.
smartest thing, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was about to say that, like, it depends what the case is, because maybe they need people in a certain demographic,
Yeah.
and you might fit in that demographic.
I hope so. I hope it's a racist case because then they'll be like, "Let him in," and I'll be like, "Yes, let's
Yeah.
go." And then I'll just vote against what they want, just to be
Yeah.
a fuckwit.
Yeah.
Jury
To
duty
be
would
honest,
Just go in there with a KKK hat on.
It'd be
Just sitting
awful.
there.
It would be awful. But if you don't want to do any work and still get paid by your employer, every time you go to like have the thing and everyone's like, "It's a unanimous yes," I'll be like, "Nah, I'm on the fence. It's a no from me." And it's like, "We need to deliberate again." And I'll just fucking drag it out, eh? And they'd be
Yeah.
like, "All right, it's a no." And I'll be like, "You know what? Actually, I think it's a yes. Yeah, I think it's a yes now."
And they're like, "What? Yes to what?" You're like, "I don't know."
Yeah, you're like, "What?
Well, what were we
I
talking
was
about?
sleeping the whole time."
Yeah. What's going on? Where am I? Who is this cunt sitting here?
Well, imagine
in
if we
chains?
were one of
Cases,
those.
Did India land on the moon?
Yeah. Imagine if it was one of those long cases that just lasts years, and you just like you have to keep going back all the fucking time.
Fuck that. I just
Yeah.
you
It's
can,
only for
no,
periods
you can
at a
say
time,
no though. Hey, you can literally say no.
The reasoning for saying no is literally just like you're ill as like you're hell crook, and then like we want to see evidence to prove that you physically cannot like come here. And then there's not many like good reasons why. You
What
can't
are they
do it.
gonna do?
Fine the shit out.
How
of you.
much?
It's $800 up front, up to $5,000.
I just
Damn.
wouldn't pay it. I would just rock up and be a useless cunt. Just rock up
Just
the
get
first day.
fucking- why don't
like,
you just
come
get-
back in hell late.
Oh, I've got the solution.
I'm just thinking about rocking
I got
up
the
drunk.
solution.
Just rock up drunk.
Just get ChatGPT to fucking do it.
Nah, just rock up drunk,
Put
bro.
the case into ChatGPT. Not guilty. All right, we're done.
No,
So,
even that.
everyone's guilty,
Yeah.
and
Nah.
all of humanity.
Walk in, just fucking legless pissed.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Legless pissed in like footy shorts, a wife beater, and thongs.
Yeah.
And then just be like, "I'm here for the fucking hearing."
Nah, walk in
Slavic-
dressed as a tranny.
Yeah.
And then they'll be
Slavic
like,
said
get the
you-
fuck out.
Yeah, same, really.
No,
I'd
you
rather
walk-
be drunk and bogan than be a tranny for a day if I'm going to be.
Vic
brutally
said you can
honest.
say you love Hitler and you'll get out of it.
Oh,
Walk
that's not
in
bad.
in literally an SS uniform and just be like, "Sig Heil!" And then they're like, you're out.
Did you ever see?
Then the prosecution's like, "He can stay. We're prosecuting like bungs."
I
Like,
should have
he's-
found.
We want him.
I
The
should have
defendant's
found
like,
this.
No way.
This clip of it was Patrice O'Neill and this other dude, and the other dude dressed as an SS soldier, and was doing this and shit on the side of the road, and then Patrice O'Neill's on the other side, and they're trying to hail a taxi, and no one would pick up the black dude. They kept picking him up, and he's like, "I'm literally Hitler, you motherfucker! Why are you picking the other guy up?"
The
And they're
guy's
like, "No."
pulling up in a Volkswagen, just continuous Volkswagens pulling up. Should go to the Patreon, eh?
Yeah, pretty much a couple of minutes, but yeah, we can go. What do we got? Anything? What's on the horizon? I was going to do the bullet again.
He told Stroh zero chance of getting through the jury screening.
Oh, yeah?
I reckon if I fucking suit up enough, I might just make it.
Suit up?
I reckon college.
I don't know if that's the way to
to
go. I think you should just go as you are because because it might be beneficial for someone to be picked that's more on that level. Like if you dress up wanky and shit, they might like, this is not the right.
Yeah. He's too excited.
Maybe.
He's frothing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to put some motherfucker in jail.
Yeah, you need to find out what the case is. Like,
you don't know until you.
You don't know.
No,
That would be the
you
best.
can't talk about it and all
No,
that.
you
sort of
can't.
shit.
That would be the best way to get out of it. Be like, oh man, I've always wanted to get someone thrown in jail. Oh yes, yes.
What did he do? Actually, you know what? I don't care.
I don't give a
it's a
fuck.
guilty verdict.
Just go
for
in
me.
there.
He's going to jail.
Just go in there.
Come on, everybody. He's going to jail.
To be honest, I think the hardest part would be sitting in court and just not saying anything for 8
Dude, there'd be
hours.
so many ways
I'm
you
going to be
could
sitting there
fuck
just being
it.
like,
It'll be.
this way, like,
Liar!
I have something to say. You're talking shit, bro. I'll be there like
He's gay.
I'll be doing my own cross cross-examination of the witness.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I've got a few fucking questions actually.
Yeah.
And the judge's like, sit down. I'm like, fuck off. 1 second. Give me a minute with this cunt. Huh? Put the hammer down. Who has a wooden hammer anyway? Fucking idiot.
Who has
nice
stupid
wig.
Are
grey
you, a
curls?
judge, are you a judge or a woodworker? Fucking shut up, cunt.
Or a fucking like seaman from the fucking 1800s.
You want a hammer that's going to make some
1600.
noise? It's called a gimpy. They're like fucking $20 from Bunnings, cunt. Get a bit of fucking plate metal, put that on the fucking countertop, bang the shit
No,
out
that's
of
a good
that.
idea. He said, just tell him you can't wait to talk about it on the pod.
That was another thing I said because Jess was like, oh, this is exciting. You know, she's like, but you can't talk about it. I was like, if you don't think I'm telling you everything about this case, you're wrong. Like, you don't know me at all.
Oh, I bet everyone does that though.
100%. This
Yeah.
whole like you can't talk about it. It's like, are you
Yeah.
bugging my phone?
Yeah.
And even then, if you are you really going to do
Why
that?
not? Why can't you talk about it? You don't know
Yeah.
anything.
No, you
But
don't
what do
know.
you-
You don't know them.
You don't know.
the
But,
thing- the
but
thing-
what do you don't know
the
any
thing-
information. You're just hearing a fucking case. It's not like you know.
You only know the information that's been delivered to you
Yeah.
from the prosecution or the defense, right?
Yeah.
So if you talk to your misso about it, she knows only what you've told her, which is only what you've heard from
It's second
like biased parties,
which is good.
So it's like it's
I don't
literally
think
fine. There's nothing she can say that's going to sway my opinion. She can barely tell me to do anything, let alone fucking how I'm going to, judge someone.
Man, the front of that courthouse is the
Yeah.
most hilarious place to walk past because I walk past it to get to yours.
Nicest building, just
Dude,
crackheads everywhere.
Nicest building, and then there's these really smart people in business suits, and then just the absolute trash of society, all mixed in one
to
little
walk
area.
through there every day.
Yeah. They're
But
all-
yeah, I'm fucking keen because it's right by petition, eh?
It's what?
The Supreme Court.
Oh,
It's on fucking Barrack Street.
It's in the
Oh, yeah,
Supreme
yeah.
Court Gardens. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. It's gonna be fucking nice.
That must be like
I
that's
can knock
usually-
off and just go to petition and just get fucking bungers.
It's usually like a
Stay
white
there
collar
until the
guy.
next day in the same fucking shirt and be like, I'm ready for the hearing.
If it was a bad
just flop your
crime,
cock out when you're in the thing, and they'll just tell you to get fucked straight away, and that's it. You're out.
To be honest, like a couple of weeks off work wouldn't be that bad.
Nah.
Be all right.
Yeah.
if it's a bad crime, it'd be in just the normal court, like
Supreme Court, some
Supreme
nasty.
Court's where you go for like selling drugs or like
White collar
committing
crime.
fraud.
Yeah.
But if you actually do something bad, rape or murder, you just go to the normal one. They're like 2 years.
Yeah.
You go to the Supreme Court.
They're
They're
like,
like,
don't do it again.
Did you commit fraud? Nothing like what Mark McGowan just did when he was running the state for that whole period. No fraud whatsoever. The money laundering with this. I was saying this the other day. If any of us did anything like he did, or any one of these politicians in the private sector, minimum life in prison.
Oh, 100%.
And that can't, and then everyone's just like, oh, but it's different. That's what someone said to me. Oh, it's different for politicians.
Here's the lisp. Here's the list. Feel bad for him. It's
different for politicians.
He's retarded.
I didn't realize genocide was delivered better via lisp.
Yeah.
We literally had like our own version of the King's speech.
Yeah.
It's just fucking this cunt just like fucking bullshitting his way through everything.
If you got a lisp, you can get away with genocide. Hitler should have been like,
if you're going to commit genocide, you should be able to say genocide.
Yeah.
Not genocide.
Genocide.
Yeah.
Guys, I didn't commit genocide.
We haven't heard much about him recently, eh?
Oh, yeah, he's getting a high-paying job in BHB.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
he is.
Right,
That's what you
right.
do when you get to commit genocide. You get rewarded.
Yeah, 100%. It's the same thing as you work in the FDA, you work for Big Pharma.
Yeah.
Standard practice.
But the cunt's not going to be able to, like, if shit goes down and everyone gets real sick and fucked up, he's not going to be able to walk down the street in 5 years because everyone's just going to try and fucking ambush the cunt.
They won't. All these got people, they won't.
Yeah,
They're
he'll have to
fucked.
move country or something. So, yeah.
Imagine he comes on site, a site that he forced vaccinated
Oh.
everyone on. And
Oh,
he's just
man.
like, hey guys, you guys ready to dig up some gold?
Yeah.
And he's just like, fuck off, cunt. Everyone's just like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to run you over with a digger.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bulldoze that cunt.
Yeah, you're just there in a fucking like a non-man like driven fucking heavy machinery thing in a donga with joysticks, and you see him, you just see him there, you're just like, that's him.
Bro, if I fucking if he does fucking get sent to another country, have to flee, I'm gonna go to that country where he set up his life. I'm gonna put flyers everywhere, post his story, run campaigns
just go there
to
and kill him.
educate everyone.
Just go there and kill him and then fly home.
No, because then someone else will, and I'll come home scot free.
But you can also do that and still get the satisfaction of wringing the life out of him.
That would be good.
Yeah, just do it. If he goes to like a country like fucking Taiwan or Vietnam or something, you could definitely pull it off.
Look, I would like to be the one that pulls the lever, but I want him to go through trials for crimes against humanity. You just sit there on the juror, and then I get to be the one that pulls that lever when he steps up to the gallows.
They're just dragging it out, and you're like, "It's a yes, cunt." And I'm like, "No, it's a no. It's a no from me. It's
What?
another 2 weeks off work."
Off with his head. Off with his head.
And I'm like, "It's a maybe. It's still a maybe from me." I feel like the punishment's a bit too harsh. I'm just trying to get another month off work. That's all I'm doing here.
All right, let's swap over to Patreon.
Patreon.
Cheers for tuning in, everyone.
Have a good one.
Patreon.
See you next week.